Hello guys, gals and all in between, and welcome to the long-awaited Level Up Pokemon Scarlet and Violet Championship. Today we're joined by some very familiar faces, and I'm not just talking about mine. I'm of course talking about some of Brighton's smuggest returning champions from Level Up Season 1. We're also joined by a couple of fresh competitors who hopefully won't need too much therapy after today's proceedings. So make yourself comfortable and get your commenting fingers ready, because we're gonna have a fabulous time. Good evening, everyone. I'm Kobe, and a fun fact about me is I'm actually If you want one for yourself, visit at Dynamic Style Co. or at iFeltKitch. That's I_felt_kitch on Instagram, and hit the shop link to grab one of these limited edition bad boys. I have just one more thing to say. Blobby, blobby, blobby! Before we jump into the first battle of the tournament, let's have a quick look at the competition brackets. The names have been drawn, and the qualifying battles are Spinks versus Mario Kart, Marek versus Jack, Paul versus ex-girlfriend, and Mack versus Benji. With all of that said, place your bets and make your predictions, and keep those comments coming, because one of you lucky viewers at home will be awarded with a shiny Level Up Pokemon Championship badge, just like this one I have in my hand. So stick with us till the bitter end and keep those comments coming hard and fast. The rules today are simple. Are they? There's a lot of them. So today's competitors will be battling in 6v6 single battles at level 50, with each battle lasting a maximum of 15 minutes. All Paradox Pokemon and Legendary Pokemon are restricted. Additionally, there are Pokemon available that are outside the national dex, like Charizard, and they're also banned from this tournament. In terms of abilities, Arena Trap, Shadow Tag, Moody, Sandveil, Snowcloak are all restricted abilities, and no duplicate Pokemon are allowed in a team. Evasion boosting moves are also strictly forbidden, as well as one-hit KO moves such as Fissure, Horn Drill, Sheer Cold, and Guillotine. They are banned movesets. Our Pokemon trainers may not intentionally put more than one of their opponent's team to sleep at any given time. And additionally, we have the move Baton Pass prohibited from the competition. With all of that technical stuff out of the way, you're probably wondering, well, what the fuck are they fighting for? Well, it's a brand new, shiny, meaty buff trophy, which this time we're actually going to give to the winner. If you watched Season 1, they definitely didn't win them. Let's take a closer look. Wow. I almost want to keep it for myself. However, I'm not allowed to. Alas, we promised we would give this one away, for reals this time. Without further ado, let's welcome our first pair of aspiring champions. I'm joined by Spinks and Mario Kart. How are you doing?
Good, thank you. How are you?
A bit nervous, but I think, things are going smoothly so far. How are you feeling, Mary?
I mean, I didn't want to be here. In fact, I was made to be here. It's actually a really big inconvenience for me.
I think it's a big inconvenience for everyone who I've asked to come here.
No, I'm feeling good. I mean, I need a wee, but I'm good. It's fine.
Tough shit. There's no time for pissing here today.
I'll make it quick.
Yeah, this round could be over real quick. So you've both been on the show before. Remind me, did you win your episodes?
I mean, what counts as winning? Is it putting your foot in a Wellington boot custard?
No, so yes, I did win mine. Yes, I did win. Yes, I won my round, yes. That's good to know, though.
So I'm being told, remember your mics need to go right by your mouth, otherwise they won't be able to hear you, darling. Oh, right inside, oh. So you had to take a welly boot of custard because you had a draw in your episode.
Yeah, but I'm still convinced to this day that the points were miscounted.
You hear that?
Yeah.
You hear that at home? We're being accused of not counting properly. I can confirm that Mark, who is sitting there now counting the points for today, will do better this time.
Thank you, Mark.
You probably got it wrong last time, Mark. I'm sorry. So, are you excited to go into these battles?
Buzzing.
I'm ready, baby.
Absolutely buzzing.
How do you feel about kick-starting the tournament?
It feels correct.
Yeah, open with a bang.
Well, in a way, it's very fitting because I don't think Level Up would be quite as popular if we didn't get Mary on when we did onto the show. It definitely set the tone.
Stop it.
Yeah, I think we've
Stop
got a
it.
lot to thank the show for with you
Stop
coming on.
it.
And Spinks, you're also amazing, but you know, you came at the end of the season.
I did, yeah.
But you had to do a welly full of custard. You didn't have nearly those.
No, I've stuck my foot in a lot worse.
Like.
Look, it's not acceptable for 6 p.m. Maybe it's not acceptable for 6 p.m.
Well, do you know what? I'm told that feet aren't acceptable on Twitch, and yet here we are. We did it. We did it. Pushing boundaries since December 2022. Right. Well, great stuff. Let's have a look at the teams. So, Spinks' team is... Spinks has picked Toxapeg, Gudra, Mimikyu, Scavillion, King Ambit, and Frostmoth.
Otherwise known as Miss Lashes.
Miss Lashes!
I've named all of my Pokemon for your entertainment, everybody.
Have they all got cute names?
They've all got, I wouldn't say cute, but they're definitely names.
Wait, are they going to get us cancelled? That is
No,
something that
no,
might
no,
get us
no.
cancelled.
They're very PC, don't worry.
Okay.
I think, unless I'm not woke.
Did you do a woke check before?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, fine, right. Okay, let's have a look at Mary's team. Okay, and Mary has gone for Dragapult, Raichu, Zora. What is Mother Goose's pronunciation?
Mother Goose. Just call her that.
From now on, I shall
Quackquaver,
call
who
her-
cares? She's gay.
What is it?
I don't know. I actually have no idea.
Carnival Queen.
Carnival Queen.
It's
like,
one of those
gay
dangerous
rights.
things about like entering in a Pokemon competition. It's like, I need to have some knowledge. Viewers at home, I don't have that knowledge. It's not me. This one, on the other hand, she's dressed as Pikachu. I feel like she has the knowledge.
Excuse me, it's Squirtle. How drunk are you?
I thought it was Pikachu.
Pikachu?
Pikachu!
Oh my god, yes! Pikachu. I'm obsessed. Yeah, we'll do that.
Pikachu has Mother Goose. Okay, so what are your thoughts on your opposing players' team? How do you feel? How do you feel they
first.
stack up against each other?
I've played against like a couple of the Pokemon that you have in ranked, and I can one-shot 2 of them. But there are a couple of threats on there for me as well.
Okay.
I'm not going to tell you which ones.
I'll figure it out.
You'll
we
figure it
will.
out when the time comes. Well, I think, unless you've got some final words to say to each other, we're ready to enter into the first battle. Any
Let's go,
final
baby.
words? Let's do it.
Let's go.
Okay, so let's now get ready for Spinks versus Mary. Okay, so we're entering into the battle. We are ready. The competitors are sat and the battle is set. We have Spinks versus Mary. Oh, look at that little hat. It's like the one you're wearing.
I know. Yeah, I'm basically dressed as my in-game person.
Amazing. Amazing. Oh, okay, that's straight for a decision there. Absolutely shocking. Okay.
This is Death Puppet, by the way.
Death Puppet, the Pokemon.
How do you put your name?
Liquidation, and it's hit the Mimikyu. Oh, but Disguise was used.
Disguised.
Yeah.
It was busted though, just like my look this evening. Yeah,
Oh, there
not
we go,
dynamic
the
style. I
one-
mean,
the one-
my look is fabulous. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sponsor, plug. Okay, that's the first Pokemon out. Okay, so we're bringing in Annihilate.
Oh, here we
I'm
go.
so sorry.
No, I mean, you said it was going to happen.
Yeah. Those are the two I played against him.
There we go.
Right away.
I think that there may have been an issue with the stocks here. I think it's Mary who's on 5. Is that right?
Mary's who's on 5.
He's got a stock.
What's a stock?
Don't worry.
stock?
Don't you worry.
Okay.
Don't you worry.
Stocks.
It's for the graphics team to decide. So Spinks is on 6, Mary is on 4.
Can I just point out that Dragapult is gay as hell?
You can point that out.
Like, Miss Thing has nails. She sat there like,
Okay,
you know that meme that's
we've got
like,
a switch of a Pokemon happening. We're switching out Pokemon. Is it going to be? Oh,
It's not going to be the B one.
out comes the chop.
Mr. Chocolate.
So both
can
of the
choose one
players
if
are
you want.
deciding. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you can switch. You can switch. It's fine. Okay, we've got a big boy and a little boy.
Excuse me, it's a woman. I didn't get into this to be called a...
It's a lady. So we've got 2 Pokemon out that are. We've got some switching. We've got lots of switching happening.
Yeah.
Ring Sting.
Yeah.
Go Ring Sting.
Ring Sting the chili pepper.
Oh, you burrowed your way under the ground.
Listen.
Okay, Sunny Day, so what it's going to do is it's going to change the field in time for the dig, but how much damage has that caused? Oh, we've got 2 switches. And out comes Dragapult.
Look at those nails.
Just look at those fierce nails.
It's high drag.
Then headbutts. Oh. And we
Is your
have
ring
a
stinging?
knockout. It's
Is your
gone.
ring stinging? Miss Lashes goes.
Ms. Lashes is
So Miss
coming
Lashes
into play.
is gone, so Spinks is now down to a stock of 5 Pokemon. So Phantom Forces. Oh. Miss Lashes uses Ice Beam, but the attack was avoided.
Listen.
Phantom Force. I hope that extra speed and defense is going to do you some,
Me too.
some help.
But the harsh sunlight.
The harsh sunlight has faded.
did
That's
fade.
way harsh time.
No!
She faded, Mama. She faded.
This thing's so fucking fast. I can't do it.
Have you clocked the nails? Y'all might have lashes, but she's got nails.
Okay, we've got another switch out, and we've got. Okay, Miss Lashes is being switched out.
I don't know what that says, so can you just clarify what
We've
she's
got
called?
we've got a
Lucky
Gudra.
Diva.
Oh, I didn't quite get that.
Yeah. Look at her hands and face.
Correct, though.
Oh, just managed to survive. Yes, Diva. No, Diva. It's super effective, Diva.
Diva!
Okay, that's another Pokemon gone from the battle. We're on 4 and 4. Oh, it's close. It's close, and there's a little under 9 minutes left on the clock for this round.
Oh. She vanished.
Oh, there's so much vanishing happening.
I know.
Vanishing.
It's like when I do my laundry. Oh yes, we're back to my fave, the old Mimikyu.
I've swapped again.
Oh,
It's
okay.
It's this Phantom Force move. It's annoying.
Soz. Withstanding that, though, that's real.
Yeah, you did well. Obviously,
really
high,
withstanding.
high defense. Okay, and Bisharp's being brought back out into the battle. Dragapult's being brought in.
We're in charge.
Large and in charge. Okay, that's taken down by Sharp's health to about halfway. Okay, we've got it. It's happening. It's happening.
Yes, that's happening.
It can only happen once per battle, and
know.
now is the
I've
time.
decided to use it.
Oh, cute.
Or the balloons.
Who said balloons?
In your face.
Yep. Not on today. Oh, let's take this MF out.
Silence there, right?
Terrified of started fighting.
Level of concentration happening. Oh, okay. We've both got our Pokemon out, and what type is that? I can't see what type it is.
Fighting.
Oh, fighting. Raichu is gone. Oh, it was one hit and out.
That's one of the ones that I was worried about.
Okay, so we've got Spinks on 4, Mary on 3. And there's a little under 6 minutes left on the clock for this round. We've got Bisharp back out in the battle. And these bitches move so fast, I can barely see what they're selecting.
Listen, I'm just like here hammering A.
We've been playing the game. a lot
Oh,
recently.
and the chop is gone. Is it time for Miss Lashes to make a reappearance? No, it's not.
It's Trifle, menacing face.
She must recharge.
Oh, it's just about survived it, but attack is gonna raise. And yet again, another dig. I like a dig because at least you avoid an attack.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You've got to play it right, you know what I mean?
Gotta play the game.
Got to play the game, darling. Got to play the game.
Oh, and strategic recover being used right now. How much health will be recovered?
Not a lot, hopefully. Okay,
HP
well, fuck my
is
drive.
nearly fully restored.
It's to annoy you as well.
Chilling water
Are you trying to win my timeout?
and a dig. I mean, that's legitimate if you let the timer run out and you end up on a 3. Oh, I should say what happens. The person who wins is the person who has the most health left.
Oh, okay.
Fair point. Oh no, she's taking the wall.
There are no draws here. You see that black sludge is just eking that
Topping me
HP
up,
up,
yeah.
you know, just
Keeping me fresh.
just a little top chop. Okay, we've got Zora up. Use Psychic, and it's super effective. Ah, you're gone, I'm afraid.
Oh,
I'm feeling this.
we're doing the thing.
Is it time for the return of Ms. Lashes?
Yes.
Ms. Period Lashes.
Please welcome to the stage.
Let's use you.
She's got a dark
I was hoping that
pulse,
would
dark
take it
pulse, and an ice beam.
Surprise, bitch!
Oh! Well, I did accidentally let that one
Well, it is
out
what
of the
it is.
bag. And Miss Lashes is gone. My baby! Spinks is down to their last Pokemon,
no, I think
Death Puppets. The Dark Pulse, will it survive? Yes, it's just about rough
Oh,
play.
she's playing rough.
It's super effective, and Mary's Pokemon is out, so we are on our last Pokemon. Down to the final.
The finale.
Really,
Has he not got in before me? You
Yes, I
bastard?
have a priority move.
and it's super effective. And Dragapult has
I barely won
passed
that round.
out, which means Mary's stock to 0 and Spinks is on 1.
Yeah, well done.
So-
honestly, that was a good match.
Sadly, Mary lost, but will be returning later on in today's
Riggamon.
elimination bracket. And Spinks will be moving forward into the semi-finals, but who will be joining them? Spinks, Mary, if you'd like to come and join me here. I'm sure there's some microphones here for you if you'd like to. Oh yes, come and join. Thank you for joining me again. Is there anything you want to say, having come out of that battle, Mary?
I always knew you were a cheat, but it's nice to see it like in person. Do you know what I mean?
No, that was a really good match.
It was,
Yeah.
correct.
It was very close.
There was a bit in the middle where I could genuinely feel the tension between you two. There was like absolute silence, and there were so many quick decisions being made. I could barely keep up. I could
You
barely
made a
keep
really
up.
good comeback because I did knock out 2 Pokemon.
I've got
just
to be
to rub
honest,
salt in the wound.
it came down to whose Pokemon had that final move in first. So it was to
Correct.
do with the speed. And in this instance, Spinks, your Pokemon was just trained a little bit better.
Yeah, well, Shadow Sneak is a priority move, so it always goes first.
And
So it's a good thing to have.
I knew that.
When you're on the ropes.
I
So for the
genuinely
people that are fighting her later, just so you know, she's got a Shadow Sneak.
Yeah, but I'm going to know what they've got. So I'm going to watch them.
Ooh!
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
this is
room.
it. Don't drink too much in the green room.
I can
You
now.
gotta pay attention. Well, you will be back. You will be back in the elimination bracket. It's not all over for you yet. You can still win something.
pity prize.
A pity prize. Well, you all get a pity prize, but the ultimate pity prize. Any last words that you want to say to each other before you move on to the next round?
Bring me the next. No, I have nothing to say.
No, that's it. My mind's gone a blank. Okay, after a short break, we're going to go into our second qualifying round. But first, a quick ad from our partners at Mavis Broadcasting. To Level Up Scarlet and Violet Championship. I'm sorry for that small technical mistake. We promise it won't happen again. I'm your host, Kobe, and joining me now in the studio is Marek and Jack. Marek, you've been on the show before, haven't you?
Yes, I have.
And tell me, how did that go for you?
I won, so I guess pretty well.
Not only did you win, but you walked away from the series with the highest score on the speedrun.
It's still there.
Unbeaten.
It's still there. Yes.
Unbeaten.
Yeah.
So are you going to take the same energy into this competition?
I mean, I didn't take a lot of energy into that, if I'm honest. I just did well.
Not taking the energy in. Sure. Like Rob's looking really shocked. You beat Rob for that episode. He's like he put the energy in.
Yeah, on Marek and Smack. Sure.
But not Goose. I don't believe him. I don't believe him. The practice came in before. There was practicing. Okay, Jack, welcome to the studio. This is your first time with us. How are you feeling?
A little bit nervous, but it'll be fun.
Yeah, don't worry. I think everyone's feeling a little bit nervous. Once you got this first game out of the way, it will be fine. Have you ever entered into a competition like this before?
Never. Not at all.
This is your first. But Pokemon, you make the exception for this one.
Yeah. I haven't played competitive since Diamond and Pearl, so...
Oh, but you have played competitively at some point.
Yeah.
Yes. Brilliant. So we've established that Marek is nonchalant and Jack is nervous, which is great. So did you catch any of the previous battle?
Yeah, I caught a bit of it. I think you caught a bit of it as well.
Yeah.
How do you feel that they played?
I mean, it was a pretty surprising battle. There was some stuff that caught me off guard, if I'm honest.
Yeah.
Like?
Well, either like Bishop, like that's been a lot more work than I was expecting.
Yeah, it kept on returning as well. It was a surprise. The amount of times it got thrown into battle. How did you feel watching? I mean, you're both potentially going to be coming across one of those players at some point. So, how do you feel it went?
Yeah, it was interesting. The terror fighting into terror flying was a choice.
It was a choice. It didn't necessarily pan out at the time, but you know, it was worth a go. So let's have a look at your finely cultivated teams. So Marek is going with a Golden Go, a Palafin, a Sylveon, a Dragonite, a Slowbro, and a Clodshire. An interesting team there. Well picked, I feel.
I liked it.
You liked
Right,
it?
There's a lot of derpy boys in there.
Yeah, you do love a derpy boy. Okay, let's have a look what Jack has on his team. Okay, so we've got a Cyclizar, a Gargankle, a Garchomp, a Pawmot, and a Lomalomola? Is that right? I think I got it. And a Grimmsnarl. Okay, so actually surprising teams from the two of you. There's some ones in there that I wouldn't necessarily expect to see in competitive. And one team, which I think is almost entirely competitive, I have to say, Marek. What? How much research did you put in to picking your team before you came in today?
I mean, Palathin and Golden Go are apparently super strong, so I thought I'd put them on, and then the rest of it is just Pokemon I like.
So I know that there's a status effect element with Golden Go that might lead to an advantage in gameplay today. How do you feel having seen Marek's team, Jack?
I hate Golden Go.
That's why he's there.
But have you got a strat now that you know that it's there? Is there something that you can do to get around it, you feel?
Yeah, I guess we'll see. But
Okay. Will Marek win the championship in the same way he held the high score in Untitled Goose Game in Season 1? Or will Jack humble him and yeet him into the elimination bracket? Let's get into it with Jack versus Marek. Okay, so they're just selecting the order that they're entering in. And the Pokemon are locked in. It's time.
Oh, done.
Okay. Ready for the battle. Oh, the Switch loads so quickly, doesn't it? We're so lucky that the Switch is fast at loading. Oh, we've got some nicknames on as well. Is that Grimsley? Dirtfish. And from here on in, I will be referring to them as those names. So reflecting physical moves and flip turn. That's just taken a little bit of damage. And return the Pokemon in. And we're switching out. Golden goes out, and it's called Cheese Derp because it looks like a cheese string.
Very inventive of me.
It's a derpy team. It's a derpy team. I suspect they're all called something derp. Nasty Pot and Light Screen. Cheese Derp's special attack has raised. Oh, and we've got no effect. Cheese Derp's making it rain, and that's it for Grimsley. Grimsley has fainted, which brings Jack down to a stock of 5. He'll select a new Pokemon. Selections being made. Jack's clearly trying to think what would be to his greatest advantage. A gag ankle, it could be. And landed on a Garchomp. Garchomp, of course, the classic and bestest boyest. Oh, bestest girlist. Iron Head, not very effective, and a critical hit somehow. Opposing team's using Shadow Ball. Oh, and that's taken a good third of the damage there. And Derp Bro has been sent out. Garchomp used Sword Dance, and his attack has raised sharply. Her attack. Retaliation of Outrage. taken a pretty hefty amount of health off, followed by a tiny bit. But the attack has fallen. Dirt Bro's been returned. And Cute Derp has been sent out, which is of course Sylveon. There is no way Sylveon's a Derp, but you know.
I didn't have a lot to work with.
You used Iron Head and you just survived. It's super effective, but
Lucky.
there's a flinch and Reflect has worn off. Cute Derp. What's going to happen with Cute Derp? The HP is especially low. We've got an Iron Head, which has been super effective and has knocked out Sylveon, taking Marek to a stock of 5 Pokemon. Jack's team's light screen has worn off, and we've got a swap in. Oh, Dirtfish. Dirtfish, of course, is the opposing team was hurt, so you'd still damaged, even though Garchomp has fainted from the battle, leaving Jack on a stock of 4, Marek on 5, and a damage from recoil. Cyclizar's been sent out by Jack. With a wave crash, and you've just managed to survive. There's about a third left on the health, and additional damage done by recoil. Cyclizar has gained some HP back using a citrus berry. It's shed its tail. And a decoy has been created. Mercy is being played. Hopefully that's not Jack crying for it, but...
I think it's an Overwatch reference.
It is.
Okay, I know Overwatch. I don't know Overwatch. Oh, restored Poopy. Nice, nice. That definitely took a twist I didn't expect it to. Bible Blessings being played. We've got a Pokemon being revived on Jack's team, which means that you're now back up to a stock of 5 Pokemon. Hello, Mercy. Come out to play. Okay, so a reminder that we've got 15 minutes on each round and there's 7.5 minutes left on the clock, so we are halfway through this round. And that's it, we've fainted straight out. Jack's now down to a stock of 4 again. Spikes have been scattered, of course this will deal damage if attacks are made. What will Marek do? Oh, you revived the whole team. There's a 6, so we're back on 5 and 5. Rapid spin. Raise the speed, and we've got Spikes on the ground still. Earthquake. So in the event that either of our players have Pokemon surviving, both of them have the same number of Pokemon surviving at the end of the 15-minute battle, it will be done on a HP count. Which is looking increasingly likely. We're seeing the tactics that are being played right now. Big Derp has fainted. Bye, bitch. You gone. Just being swapped in. Palafin. But the speed of Jack's team is just a bit faster, and Palafin is gone. It has caused confusion. Okay, we've got a Dragonite on the field. What Terra type is this Dragonite? It's used extreme speed, and it's taken out the Cyclozar. Bring Jack to a stock of 4 and Marek to a stock of 3. There's a little over 4 minutes left on the clock. Gargankel is out and moves have been selected. And we've got an extra Terra type of Ghost. Dragonite used. Gargankel's used Iron Defense. Defense has risen sharply. And we've got a HP boost. Earthquake's been used, but it wasn't particularly effective. Followed by Body Press, which is super effective. It's a critical hit. And Gargankel has also gained some HP. Marek swapping out. And we have return of the Slow Bro. Body Press, and that's not as effective. Again, that HP boost. Slowbro used Chilling Waters, and the Gargankel's attack has fallen, followed by Salt Cure. Those leftovers are really coming in handy, just putting that HP back on Jack's team.
Yeah, but still, that's so much.
How much time have we got left?
There's 2 minutes and 4 seconds left on the clock. We've got a stock of 4 for Jack and 3 for Marek. Cheese String has made a return. Goldengo is out. The attack's not very effective. And Cheesed Up is being cured by the salt. Okay, that's taken quite a bit of health. There's a minute 30 left on the clock. Shadow Ball. What's it gonna do? It's super effective. And there's a recover. How much HP is this gonna do? It's had its HP restored and it's near full. Some more of that health gone from the Salt Cure. There's 60 seconds left on the clock. Oh, this Gargantuar's going to be untouchable. Its defense is going to be insane.
It can come back to life twice.
Okay, and that's it. Marek has lost. Golden Go. There's 30 seconds left on the clock. We've got Jack on 4 and Marek on 2. Marek's bringing out his slow bro. It's almost like he's given up by this point.
Yeah, there's 60 seconds left.
There's 19 seconds left on the clock.
Yeah.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and that is the round. Jack clutches the win and kicks Marek into the elimination bracket. Jack, Marek, come and join me here and tell me about how that went for you. I have to say, I made predictions before this show started and it's already taken a turn. I thought that you'd make it into the semis, Marek, and yet we're here with you going into the elimination bracket. How are you feeling?
I mean, I felt better, but you know, it happens sometimes. Like, I forgot about the speed boost from Rapid Spin. It's new this gen, like that. Otherwise, Paraffin might have been able to do something, maybe. But yeah.
So, Jack, good round. You didn't have anything to be nervous about in the end. I think the stock was, it was pretty clear. You had quite a few more Pokemon available to play. How much of this game have you played is my question. How much have you researched into competitive battling for this?
So, I wanted to use the Revival Blessing, like build gimmick thing, and then I built the rest of the team around it. So that's kind of where
So
it came
there's a
from.
strategy. Now what I know is that there are going to be people watching in the green room right now who are trying to come up with strategies that will try and find a way around that with the teams that they have. Hopefully they're not quaking in their boots too much from it. Anything that you would like to say to each other?
You did get unlucky with one of the crits I got.
I mean, it happens, but no, it was a good game. That Gargantuar build is nasty. That's, yeah. And the Leopard Berry, that's smart play.
Okay. How do you feel about entering into the elimination bracket?
I mean, at least I get to play more.
You
right?
do. You get
Yeah.
at least one more game. At least.
Okay.
But this will be the decider. We do know who you'll be up against, and that's the interesting thing. So let's have a look at the championship bracket and see how it stands at the moment. So we had Spinks battle Mary, and Spinks came out on top, and Jack fought against Marek, and Jack came out on top, which means the first of our semi-finals is going to be Spinks versus Jack. Okay. After a short break, we'll be going into our third qualifying round, but first, a quick ad from our partners at Mavis Broadcasting. Welcome back to Level Up Scarlet and Violet Championship. Everyone give a warm welcome to Paul and ex-girlfriend.
Hola.
Hello. Welcome back to the studio to the two of you. What's nice is having two people who were on very different shows before coming and meeting and playing against each other.
Coming together.
The coming together of
I normally charge extra for that.
Oh. How much? If you let me know, we can just, you know.
Time after the show.
Yeah,
time
all
for the
right,
show.
all right. We're gonna sort it. So awesome to have you back. How are you both feeling?
Nervous. I'm so nervous. After watching those ones, like, I was nervous for them as well.
Yeah.
So, and I was saying to you before, wasn't I? Every time I did a practice, it felt like I was gonna die in real life if I didn't do well. And I think that's how I feel now, honestly.
You feel, well, it doesn't matter if you don't do well. It's all about the taking part. It's all about being here. But also,
It's what we tell ourselves anyway.
the winning is, this Brody Carp is here just waiting for the win. Just look at it, look at it. That could be
It
yours.
is magnificent.
Now, I know that you've got this in pin form.
I do, yeah. On my bag, I do have it. So I need it to like the collection.
Yeah, just to add it. You can just, you'd like maybe mount it onto your bag as well. And
I
you
do
can
like
just,
a good mounting.
I bet you do.
We already
I
have that in
bet
common.
You do.
Yes, bitch.
So, are there any Pokemon that you'd be worried about seeing on your opponent's team right now?
Clodsire, to be honest.
Okay. Well, after the last round.
Yeah, and the fact that I kept losing against it online. So I'm a little bit nervous. So nervous I could spit, but I won't.
Please don't. Not here. We'll do it after. I'll be naked. Any Pokemon that you'd be worried about seeing?
Yeah, after the last match, anything with Revival Blessing.
Yeah, that definitely was. You know, it was dangerous. I couldn't see an out for Marek. I've got to be honest. If you were to come up against Jack, have you started to think about ways that you might get around it?
Well, I can't change my team now, can I, Kobe? So no.
No, you're locked in. You're locked in.
I'm screwed.
Okay, so okay, that doesn't necessarily fill me with confidence that you think that you're screwed.
I'm just gonna try and be the prettiest one if I have to go against Jack.
The most handsome one.
Okay.
I joke. I live for this bitch.
Okay. I assume you two know each other from outside of this competition? You don't.
No, we've met like once on the circuit, and that's about
On
it.
the circuit, on the
On
gay
the circuit.
circuit.
It was dark, I didn't recognise you at first. But
That was a hole.
It's one of those things that is really unusual because, like, I know you all, and so I just kind of expect everyone to know each other and not just be like strangers in a room. Well, Paul, ex Paul.
Hey, bitch.
pleasure.
You can swap numbers afterwards. You know, we're all about bringing people together in this show. Right, great stuff. Let's have a look at Paul's team. Oh no. I gotta get my little card out here. So, Paul is playing as Palafin, Breloom, Arcanine, Golden Go, Garganical, and Mousehold. Okay, good pick. Anything you want to say now that we've done the reveal?
Not yet. I'll see what X is like and then see my panic after.
Spoiler alert, at least 3 of those look like ones on my team.
It's very interesting, isn't it? It's very interesting.
Get ready for a slow match, everyone.
These were pulled out at random, these competitions, these rounds, and the teams you've both, again, selected have placed them to be very similar. So let's have a look at X's team. So we have a Dragonite, a Garganical, a Finzen, a Golden Go, a Skellydirge, and a Grimmsnarl. Okay, is that the team that you were expecting?
Yes, sort of. We're very matched, even in typings. Even the Skellydirge and the Arcanine are very similar. So we'll see.
It's been a very interesting one to sort of try and predict this one because the teams are strangely matched against each other, which could make it last a long time. Let's be honest.
Let's make this quick.
Well,
I'm not known for lasting a long time, so
Same, don't worry.
let's see.
Well, with the similarities, I think it's going to be a great game. Great chatting to you for now, but it's time to get ready for this battle, which is Paul versus X. Okay, so they're just getting their Pokemon ready to enter into the battle, and the order has been decided. And the timer will begin.
Let's do this. You got this. Come on, generic.
Fist Queen.
Well, what can I say?
Do you know what I didn't expect is all of the nicknames, which makes it so hard for me to know what people are throwing out.
I'm so sorry.
Pokemon.
I'm so sorry.
Ah, it's my own fault. I should have put a rule on there. I do love the names though. Oh, that wasn't very effective. We're switching out Pokemon already.
Being very good. Toxic
And
looking
X
plastic
has
energy.
gone with a Grimmsnarl. Grimmsnarl being pulled out into battle. And Spore was used by Paul. So that's the Pokemon asleep. But there's some serious thinking going on here.
Yeah, it really is.
And a decision's made, and a Dragonite is being pulled out into battle.
So clever.
Leech Seed has gone out onto the field. Dragonite receded. Oh yeah. Why are you gagging? Fist Queen has left the battle.
Oh yeah.
Out goes Pup Play. We've got the R9 here. Not very effective. Some damage is taken by Rocky Helmet, and Leech Seed has given some HP back. Was very quick off the mark to make his decision. X is being a bit more thoughtful in what's going to be played. Willow the Wisp. Willow the Wisp.
Willow, Buffy, Season 5, The Wisp.
And the Dragonite's been burnt, and Dragonite will use Outrage. And damage by Rocky Helmet. But some HP revival from the seed. Everyone needs a bit of that revival from the seed. After a Rocky Helmet.
Fucking hell.
Oh, but just survived. Dragonite's gonna use Outrage. Just chipping away at the health.
I didn't think there's anything else I could do with it, to be honest.
I thought you were going to switch, to be honest. Come
X
on,
is
Queen.
playing Palafin. X is making their selection. Paul's bringing back his Pokemon and swapping it out.
Why are you gagging?
Why are you gagging?
Why are you gagging?
Oh, okay, so
quite a bit
whose
of damage, but
Palafin's going to be quick? Does his speed increase when he goes to 0 to hero?
we've got a Palafin versus a Finizen.
Oh! I didn't know if his speed increased.
Why are you gagging? Why are you gagging? Why are you out
Should
of
bring it to you every
competition?
ball.
She brings it to every ball.
So we're still on a stock of, well, 5 and 6 now, and there's 10 minutes left on the clock. Fist Queen is poisoned. She is toxic and has taken quite a bit of damage.
That effect's low as well.
Oh my god.
I thought I was switching.
Oh,
Yeah.
an attack was avoided. Oh, you're very good for not looking at the opponent's screen. Okay, and X is swapping out, and out comes Skelly. Yeah. There's definitely a level of tension here that wasn't there for the regular season. I can safely say that you're both big Pokemon fans
Oh,
as
yeah,
well. So there's a
absolutely.
lot up for. Cannot find my words.
I don't know what to do.
So we've got
I'm
Paul on
literally
5,
sweating.
X on 5.
fucking
X is
I'm-
making a decision.
Yeah, fuck it.
Decision is locked in, and Fist Queen has been withdrawn.
Salty Queen.
And Salty Queen comes out. How will it stand against Shadow Ball? But with some HP revival. It's that sneaky leftovers out in battle again. Iron Defense being played, but we've very definitely got a faster Pokemon as an opponent, a bit of HP restore. Okay, the decisions are being made.
I don't know what you've gone for.
Paul's withdrawing his Pokemon and is playing
Fist Queen. Fist Queen.
Fist Queen. Okay, it's super effective. Skelly's attack's risen. Fist Queen is fainted.
I heard this queen is painted.
This queen
I
is
thought I was just getting a
painted.
compliment.
Bitch, you always painted. What song? And it's
yes!
a one
My
hit
God.
out. Skelly's special attacks raised, and Golden Go's gone. Sorry, Golden Ho is gone.
I've been
Polyfam.
winning with Dragon.
Come on, Polyfam. I love
I'm
these
getting
names you've
absolutely
gone for.
worked.
Okay, Paul is on a stock of 3. X is on a stock of 5. Oh, we're playing some Terra.
What are we gonna see?
What's the type?
What type is that? I can't see. Work. Work.
Okay, we've got a
It's
dragon
the best I
type.
could do. Come on, please take it out.
Like
Please take it
Terra
out. Please
Blast.
take it out. Please take it out. Please take it
will.
out. Oh my god!
I'm gonna think about though.
And
Yeah, you resist.
oh, okay, that you both managed to survive that, but
Just.
only just. I mean, the difficulty is one of your Pokemon still asleep?
Yeah, that's the one that I was gonna switch to every round. Fuck.
Skelly Dirge has been brought back. And Grimmsnarl is out in the field. Okay, both players have selected.
Oh, that's not enough.
I don't know how it decides how many we're gonna get.
Well, he's got a wide lens on, so I should hit 10.
10.
We've got 10 hits coming through.
Work.
I want to stay asleep. Yes!
Grimmsnarl is still asleep. Okay, we've got
I was so hoping.
less than 5 minutes left on the clock.
Oh, finally I got something.
Grimmsnarl is out, leaving X on a stock of 4. I can feel the stress coming from that side of the room.
Oh, shit.
And that's it, Polyfam has fainted. They're out.
We're an inclusive family here. Right.
Falls down to a stock of 2. And out comes the Arcanine.
You don't see much Intimidate anymore.
No.
Oh,
not like it used to be.
I keep on catching Pokemon with Intimidate as their
Yeah.
abilities. So Paul is facing X, who has several Pokemon with full HP. Paul has 2 left that are quite low on HP. One's got about 1/3 and 2/3. Goldingo's been brought out to battle.
Clutch. Work.
Oh, 1 hit
I didn't
out.
realise Arcane was so fast.
Got speed on that.
Oh, work.
I didn't expect that going that way. I didn't expect that to happen just then.
I've still lost. There's absolutely no way I'm clawing this back.
I mean, is there any way that you can hold out on a stock of 2? 1? No. Okay, there's 2 minutes 35 left on the clock. Extreme speed used again. Wave crash, but there's no way that Arcanine was going to survive that. No way. Arcanine is out. No wave. Palafin was damaged by recall, but it doesn't really matter right now. So there's 2 minutes left on the clock. Paul's got 1 remaining Pokemon, a Garganical, and it's got about half the health left. X has got 3 Pokemon
You're
left
just
in
gonna
stock.
drag this shit out.
Well, you might as well end up spectacularly, right?
Right.
What type is it?
Water.
Yeah. Extra stabbers.
I didn't know if you had one in class that was going to resist water.
Who knows? I didn't use it.
Oh.
Wave crash, and is this going to be the end of this battle? That's it.
You absolutely worked me.
Salt Queen has gone, and that leaves X on a stock of 3. What an absolutely incredible round. it appears that X is one step closer to this beefy Magikarp trophy, and Paul will now have to go and cry in the loser's corner for now. Sorry, not sorry. But it's not all over for him yet, as there's some potential at redemption in the elimination bracket. Paul, X, that was incredible. That was so good. Paul, first, how are you feeling?
I'm not mad at all. No, just kidding. It was a fun fight. My tactics didn't play out, so it's fine. It's all good. It's just very, very good.
This is the difficulty with the game, is you can have tactics, but your opponent is gonna be playing their own game, which you then have to figure out as well. It didn't work to your favor. About halfway through, you'd lost half of your stock of Pokemon. X.
Clawed it back though, a little bit.
You did.
I'll take that.
I thought the difference was gonna be much bigger at one point. I thought you were going to be down to stock of 1 and maybe you would end up on like 4 or 5. But X, how are you feeling about that?
I'm literally shaking like a leaf. Like, that was the most nerve-wracking thing I've ever done in my life.
And you do drag.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, but she doesn't have to be nervous because she does good drag.
That's very true.
That's the nicest thing anyone's ever said to me.
Oh, wait, no, I'll take it back.
Yeah, my initial tactic could not run with whatsoever.
Don't give it away
So I'm
though,
not gonna
because
say it.
you can still run that tactic on the next
But I went with the second one, which I think is very unusual. I'm trying to channel my inner Ash Ketchum. I'm like, yeah, jump onto the wall and then go underwater and then use quick attack, because that's definitely how this game works. But yeah.
Stupid Fire Croc.
Yeah, I mean, Firecroc did good.
Coming in clutch every single time.
Okay, anything that you'd like to say to each other now that game's over?
I love you, bitch.
I love you too. That was so fun. That's the most fun I've ever had.
Okay, let's have a quick glance at the championship bracket and to see where everyone is right now. Let's have a look. Okay, so in our first round we had Spinks versus Mary, and Spinks came out on top, and Jack versus Marek, and Jack took that round. The third round of the qualifiers was Paul versus ex-girlfriend, and X came out on top. X is used to coming out on top, eh?
The lies.
After a short break, we'll go into the fourth and final round of today's qualifiers. But first, a quick ad from our partners at Mavis Broadcasting. Welcome back to Level Up Scarlet and Violet Championship. We're now joined by Mack. A warm welcome to you, Mack. Welcome back to the show. And a newcomer, Benji. Benji, I do have a question for you, and that is, what is Aladdin's favorite Pokemon?
Probably Hooper, because it's a genie.
Yeah, nicely themed, but the answer is Magic Carpet, obviously. Sorry, we do have to ask you a dreaded level up question. It's a rite of passage in every show that someone gets a dumb question.
Just the one?
Well, you got a lot.
I got a whole shot.
I apologise. So this is our qualifier final. How are you both feeling? Obviously, you've seen all of your other potential opponents play. How are you feeling about it?
I mean, it looks like there's some pretty stiff competition today, and yeah, hopefully.
Hopefully, you'll do all right.
Fingers crossed.
I have to say, I love both of your outfits today. I feel like we've got Lieutenant Surge and literally just Benji turning a fucking look here. Like, you've definitely come to the competition dressed for it, so thank you so much.
You heard it was hot in here.
Yeah.
I am sweating.
I heard it was warm, so I came with as many holes in the outfit as I could. Yeah, it gets unbelievably hot in here. And what's worse is when you're sitting there and doing gameplay, and you can vouch for this, it's gonna get so much hotter. It's amazing how not moving and pressing buttons can really be that exhausting. I'm definitely sure that Paul and X were feeling it. They did look a bit sweaty over in the corner. So, should we have a look at each other's teams and see where we're at? Okay. Let's have a look at Mack's team. So, for the third time, we're seeing a Garganical, an Oinkalone, a Pormo, a Skellydirge, a Dashbun, and a Grafify. Okay. A nicely picked team. How did you approach picking your team?
They're just the Pokemon I play through Gen 9. I wanted to play through Pokemon I enjoyed, Pokemon I actually liked. I just picked them and just was like, put the effort into the ones I like.
I think that if I was to go into this competition, for me it would be like what I personally felt like I bonded with, as it were, the Pokemon that were useful along the journey. An interesting team. There's definitely some ones that I've got on my team in there as well, so I like that. Let's have a look to see what Benji has gone for. Okay, Benji has gone for a Palafin, a Skellydirge, a Pormot, a Noivern, a Glamora, and a Cyclozar. Okay, an interesting thing about this team up again is there's some repeat Pokemon across both of your teams. Having seen each other's teams, how are you feeling about entering into this battle?
I think it's going to be fun. I think it's going to be a good match.
Yeah?
Yeah, definitely.
This all seems like it's good, wholesome fun between you two. It's like, it's going to be, let's have a wonderful, good time.
Just wait till the game starts.
I've had ultra competitive, now have fun.
Okay, so yeah, you like each other's teams. Have you got any tactics that might have to change now you've seen your opponent's team?
I don't want to say.
Oh, so you don't want to say if you've just changed your plan?
Now we get serious. Nope.
No,
I'm just
okay.
going to do what I want.
Okay, any last words to each other before we get into the battle?
Good luck. Have fun.
Okay, get ready for Mack versus Benji, the last qualifying round. Let's get into it. So the contestants are just picking the order that their Pokemon are going to appear in the battle. We're getting there. We're just waiting on Mack to make his order. Okay, and we can set the clock going. Okay, straight out with a Palafin versus a Garganical. Benji's withdrawn his Pokemon and he's selected a new one. Slay. Salt Skill's being played. That's gonna take a bit of damage as the time goes on in this battle. that's the first Pokemon out of battle. Benji's selecting his new Pokemon, and Barbarella is being brought out into battle. So we've got a 1EVE1UP out to play, and Draco Meteor is being played, and that's it. That's taken out Garganical, and that means that they are both on a stock of 5 Pokemon. Mack's bringing out a Pokemon, and Oinkaline is out in the battlefield. Oh, some avoided attacks. Disarming Voice is being used. It's only taken a tiny bit of damage despite the fact it's super effective. Benji's withdrawing a Pokemon, and he is playing Skellydirge, Rock Destroyer. Disarming Voice is being played, and it's not very effective. And some HP restore. Fair bit of damage done there. Got some HP restore for Benji. That leftover is being held again, and some poison damage. Mudshot's super effective, and it's dropped the speed. Torch Song. Mack has lost another Pokemon, bringing to a stop of 4. Benji's still on 5. Mack is bringing a Pawmo out into battle. Pawmo uses Bite, it's super effective. And Torch Song again. I feel like, oh, and a single hit and out! The special attack's risen again, and Pawmo has fainted from the battle. Oh, Benji is spamming the same move on one Pokemon, and it's a tactic that seems to be working. Yeah, you're out of electric Pokemon.
Out of charge.
Okay, Dash Bun's hurt by the poison. Super effective with the lick. Oh, and another single hit out. That puts Mack on a stock of 2. Benji has still got that Skellydirge out on the battlefield. It's slowly raising its HP. Okay, so we've got 2 of the same Pokemon out. Skellydirge took poison damage, so who... Oh, and they're both going into Terraform, and what types have they got? And they are both Grass type?
I think so.
Very nice to resist some, and they did another, and that's it, another hit, and Skellydirge is out. He's fainted, and Benji is down to a stock of 4. No. Benji is still on a stock of 5, and Mack is down to a stock of 1.
You're supposed to pay.
So we've got about half of the time left on the clock, and we've got Mack left with 1 Pokemon. Is it going to go with poison damage? Okay, and Benji's Skelly Dirge has used leftovers, and it's had to restore some additional health. And we have another single hit out, and Grafefe is out, and that is the battle. Great round. Unfortunately, Mack lost and will not be moving forward into the semis, but it's not all over for him yet. I am being joined now by the amazing battlers. Well done, Benji. That was incredible. A stock of 5 to a stock of 1. Did your game plan go as you were expecting it?
It did, but now I feel like a bully.
It did feel like almost a one-trick pony that just kept on winning for you.
I think his button got stuck.
It's like spamming A in Tekken.
It's like playing Eddie Gordo and spamming legs.
Yeah. But if it's stupid and it works, is it stupid?
If you make money off your trick, you make money off your trick.
That's true. That is true. So, Mack, what are your thoughts on that round?
My poor little Pokemon.
Yeah.
Poor little thing.
Do you know what? Mack was talking about how he really bonded with those Pokemon throughout his journey, and look at what you've done. You've wiped them all out.
At least they're cremated, so you won't have to visit their grave.
Look, all I'm saying
Gone
is,
with the wind now.
X was talking about channeling her inner Ash Ketchum. Are you at least finding friendship along the way in this battle, or have you got a fire in your belly that you're just ready to kick some ass now?
Well, I can officially join Team Rocket now as I'm useless.
Well, do you know what? One of the interesting things about the team-ups and what we've had is that you will be battling against one of your rugby teammates and friends very, very soon. How are you feeling about that?
I hope this one's not a draw again.
Don't worry, there's not going to be any gunging or anything in this show this time, so at least you won't have to face that.
I still haven't got it all out the cap.
No, and in all of your cap and all the crevices in your body. If you do want to catch that, you can go and watch, I think, episode 3 of the season. If you could see our 2 rugby lads getting a good gunging in their episode. Okay, Benji, you know that you'll be facing X in the upcoming semi-finals now. Given the Pokemon that she has to play, have you got a tactic that you might use?
In all honesty, no. I don't think I've had enough time to think about it.
Well, okay, well, thankfully, there is some time for you to quickly jump on Google, have a look at what you can do with the Pokemon that you have. Okay, any final question or things that you want to say to each other?
Good luck going forward. It'll be fun.
Well, good luck in the semis. Or losers. Okay,
The qualifiers.
I hope to see you again.
It's he's out the semis, but it's okay. So with all the qualifying rounds completed, it's time to take a good look at the championship bracket. So in our first round, we had Spinks versus Mary, with Spinks coming out on top, and Jack versus Marek, with Jack winning that battle. Paul versus ex-girlfriend, and ex-girlfriend took the win. And on our final round, we had Mack versus Benji, with Benji wiping the floor. It's All very exciting, and it's only going to get more intense from now on. In a few minutes, we'll have a look at both the championship and the elimination brackets. But first, let's bask in the glory of today's championship trophy. After all, they are fighting for it. Afterwards, we're going to go into a really brief break in order to have a wee wee and a poo poo and maybe a cheeky drink or two. So I'll see you in a minute. Welcome back to Level Up Scarlet and Violet Championship. Thanks for sticking with us. We're done powdering our noses, and remember, don't forget, if you've gone halves on the bag, you go together. We're ready to get back with our elimination bracket. They might be the previous round's losers, however, we have to give them a chance at redemption. But first, let's take a gander where our contestants currently stand in the elimination bracket.
That's really tickling me.
So, our elimination bracket looks like Mary versus Marek, and Paul will be facing Mack. I'm excited to see how this plays out. So, let's welcome back to the studio Mario Kart and Marek. Welcome back.
Hello.
Howdy again.
Are you ready to claim back some credibility after your first round?
I'm so ready. I've got my tenor lady strapped in tight. I've wet myself. Here we go. We're ready. We are ready.
I don't think I'm that prepared. I thought I was, but not anymore.
But at least you douched, so here we are.
So, you two may know each other's teams by this point. Can you remember what you had on each other's teams?
Not really.
No. Shall we have a quick reminder as to what you'll be battling
Sure,
against?
why not?
Yeah, we might as well do it. Okay, so let's have a reminder of who's Mary is playing with. So, Mary is Mother Goose, Annihilate, Dragbolt, Raichu, Zoroark, and Bisharp. And now let's have a glance over Marek's team. So Marek is playing as Golden Go, Palafin, Sylveon, Dragonite, Slowbro, and Clodshire. Okay, we've had the reminders of the teams. Now you know what you are up against. How are you feeling at your opponent's teams?
By all means, go first.
Fine, put the pressure on, thanks. Yeah, I mean, I think it'll be okay. It's certainly doable. Whether or not it happens is an entirely
Mary
different question.
is doable.
It's nice to know. It's nice to know I'm doable. Do you know what I mean? Like, if all else fails, everyone, I'm doable. It's nice to know that. In terms of your team, like, it's cute. Do you have an affiliation for like cheese string?
No, it's just a really good Pokemon.
Yeah. And this episode of Level Up is brought to you by Cheese String. Okay, so you've watched the other players going, how is the green room? Because obviously we don't get to see what's happening back there.
It's wild, honestly. There is like breastplates flying, there's tights. Honestly, if you go in there, there's tights in the light fixtures.
Yep.
It's wild. Like, there's been 3 fights I've had to break up.
Oh, between
been.
who? Between who?
I can't spill the tea, you know, I can't do that. I can't divulge all the, in the information.
I'm going to have a guess. I'm going to guess it's Benji going down on Mack again.
Benji going down on Mack, here we are. And if you want the OnlyFans link, follow my Twitter. But no, it's wild. Do you know what I mean? The green room is wild.
Okay.
It's wild.
It's
And by
wild.
wild, I mean very subdued. But
everyone is busy capping their pants.
Everyone's busy calculating. Everyone's like, oh, I know this bitch has this. I know this bitch has this. It's calculating, bitch. It's calculating.
This is why we had to steal all of your switches away, just so that there can't be any item changes or any last-minute changes before you enter your next round. Are you ready to get into this next battle now?
Let's go.
Should we do it?
I was born ready.
Okay, so let's go then. It is Mario Kart versus Marek. So we're just waiting for them to finish up ordering their Pokemon.
Oh, wait.
Oh no, that's okay. You can,
No, we can do it. We can do
okay, we'll do it. We'll put them out in the right order.
it. Yeah,
Camp. Mary's forgotten how to use a remote.
Unless it's a dildo.
It's all that vodka that's in the green room, babe.
What do you mean vodka? I didn't know there was vodka in the green room.
There isn't any anymore.
It's all in Mary's belly by this point.
I thought it was an enema.
Oh, I wondered why the bottle was a bit brown on the end.
Run, you stupid bitch!
Dirtfish is out for battle. And so is Mother Goose.
Mother Goose. Let's just go with that.
That's real fighting talk right there. Oh, let's just go with that.
So do you right?
Switching out the Pokemon. And Marek is sending out Cheese Derp.
Jeez, there we go. Oh, you stupid.
Close combat doesn't affect Cheese Derp.
Why am I missing someone? I know, I was going to say I'm missing someone.
Oh.
We've got RT Game saying, "Get 'em, Cheese." And someone's just said, "Miss Harry."
Miss Mary, I'm missing someone. Oh, yeah.
Oh no, you're missing. Did you select only? Mary has only selected 5, so
It'd
they're
be
not.
really camp if I beat him with only 5. That would be like.
It's just gone full hard mode right now.
Excuse me, I'm tucked. I've not gone full hard.
Our port's vanished. Cheese Derp used Shadow Ball, but not effective because there's nothing out on the battlefield. Yeah, the chat's saying, Mary only bought 5. Mary only bought 5. Mary, what are you
That's what
doing?
I'm saying. Like, I feel like I just accidentally selected, 5. It is what it is. It's rigged if I'll fight that.
Getting the Johns in early, huh?
Very that. I don't care what their names are, I'm getting them in.
Phantom Force has taken out a fairly sizable amount of Slowbro's health. Thunder Wave. Very slow Derp.
Yeah, bro.
Derp Bro.
Come on, bro.
Okay, and Raichu is being brought out into the battle. Some HP restored for Dirt Bro and back to full health.
Do I click that very quickly?
Well, I was always doing that.
Team.
And a big Derp comes out to play. The tiniest big Derp. What's Clodshire got up its sleeve? It's nubbins. It's nubbins.
Glands. Alright.
Big Derp Earthquake, and it's a single hit. Raichu is out. been brought into battle. There's some health already gone. We've got a comment here that says, "Dirty fish boy." Oh, that didn't make much difference.
Fuck off.
Oh, he's paralysed. Future sight's being used.
Oh, she foresaw.
I see things about to happen.
What do you foresee?
Okay.
Catapult's vanished, out of play. Chilling water has been avoided. Phantom Force is super effective.
You can do this all day. I am more than happy to slack off.
And HP has been restored, and Dragport has fainted, bringing Mary's already small roster down to an even smaller roster. Annihilate's sort of lost some of his HP. Thunder Wave. It's paralysed, but will it be able to move on its
Apparently
next?
not.
It's paralysed,
American
so
apparently fucking not.
followed by Future Sight. Dirt Bro foresaw attack again.
He's looking
Oh my
ahead.
god, how paralysed is she? Like, did she get in a car crash? Did she fall off a cliff?
This is embarrassed. Well, she's
Dirt Bro,
very
you
nervous.
slack off.
She's on the big stage.
Some HP is restored again. We've got 9 minutes left on the battle,
Oh
and
my
we've got
God,
Mary on
I'm sorry for
3,
this, this is
Marek on
bullshit.
6.
No, that is actually super rough.
Mary seems to still be paralysed, and Dirt Bro is just taking away that HP.
Oh, she took it, did she? Of course she took it.
And that's it. That's
Here we
another
go.
Pokemon fainted from the
Right,
battle.
cute. Here we are. Oh, no, that's not you. I mean, why the fuck not? Let's just go with her.
That sounds like you've given up, Mary.
Well, at the end of the day, like, there ain't much going on, is it? She's got me. After the paralysis that happened for like 2 turns.
I think it was 3 actually.
That's what I'm saying,
yeah,
like, there ain't much, there ain't
Dirt
much.
Bro's been called out of battle and is being replaced by Big Dirt. Quadshot, otherwise known as Dirty Fish Boy to the chat.
Dirty Fish Boy?
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, that makes sense.
Of course. Why not? She's paralysed.
Yeah, Zoroark's paralysed,
It's a different one, but yeah.
Earthquake, and
here we are.
it's not a single hit, so you're good. It's still in.
Oh yeah, that did so much. There we go, right, anyway. I hope the green room's warm.
And that brings Mary's stock down to 1.
Should be 2, but here we are.
I'm not sure if it matters by this point. It's
You know what I
6v1. Mother Goose, can you come and save the day?
No, she ain't. She ain't doing shit.
Oh, she's doing a little dance.
What, when isn't she?
Bitch can't stand
I
still.
wouldn't even bother switching out, bitch. Like, just.
I mean, actually, well.
Oh, and look,
yeah.
water absorb. Yeah, here we go.
Thanks for the help.
Yeah, you're welcome. I'm sure she
HP
did.
has been restored by Big Derp.
Very that. I mean, like, why the fuck not?
It's close combat. It's not very effective. Earthquake, this might be the one,
That's
this is the one,
homophobic, actually.
and this
like,
is it.
Like, when you actually look at it as a total, it's homophobia.
It was fine until Quavel.
Yeah, I know.
Okay,
It's homophobic,
what
but here we
an
are.
absolutely incredible round. Unfortunately, Mary's journey ends here, and just Mary will be joining me in the studio now. If you'd like to sit there, my love, and grab your mic. Your journey ends here, but you won't be leaving the studio empty-handed, my dear, because I have this lovely, you were playing Scarlet, right?
Violet, but yeah, sure.
Violet, Violet.
We can take that.
Here we go. Here's
Oh my
your
God, thank
lovely
you.
little participation badge.
Participation badge. Thank you so much.
It says that you were here. You were here in the studio.
I was queer, and ultimately, when homophobia wins, it wins. Do you know what I mean? Like, we can't beat it. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Like, absolutely, like, amazing. She played well. She played well.
I mean, do you think that that might have gone differently had you had all 6 Pokemon in
No,
stock?
quite frankly, she clearly knew what she was doing. I was not winning either goddamn way with like 6 Pokemon, 7 Pokemon. I was not winning. However, this badge is cute, and I will wear it with pride.
Yes, please.
Nipple ring.
Yeah, pasty. We can give
Nipple
you 2,
ring.
and you can like,
well,
get
by
a
all
pasty
means.
on.
Do you know what? Whilst I'm here, just give me the trophy, and I will. Okay.
No, there's definitely
right,
a
on
win.
that note, I'll leave.
Are there any final words? Is there anyone at home that you want to say anything to? Is there any shout outs, any words to the competitors left in the competition?
Competitors left in the competition, like, number 1, good luck. Number 2, like, I hope Mack beats Paul. And I, other than that, just follow me, like, come see me around Brighton. It'll be a camp old time. Please go follow, like, everybody involved, by the way, especially, like, ex-girlfriend. Like, please support, like, local drag, and just go and support everybody involved. Like, we all work hard. We're all here doing the do. Do you know what I mean? So just go support everybody involved. Follow everybody's Instagrams. Other than that,
can you tell us, have you got any upcoming shows, appearances where people can see you?
Actually do. So I am at Affinity Bar on Saturday at 5 p.m, which will probably be around 6 o'clock. And that's actually my 2-year anniversary in drag.
Your
it is,
2-year birthday.
Actually on Saturdays.
Yeah, that
the
does
Immaculate
applaud.
Conception.
That does.
It is.
Amazing.
It's the 2-year anniversary of Mario Kart, which, like, sorry, but it's the 2-year anniversary of Mario Kart on Saturday, so I'm doing an Affinity gig on at that time, like 5 p.m, 6 p.m, and then it's very busy. I'm doing like a weekly thing at Arco Galena.
Oh, don't worry.
Sorry, I'm just going to trash the place because I lost and I'm fuming.
She set a fire in the corner. I'm just going
to trash the place. Yeah, so I'm doing like a weekly thing at Arco Galena on Friday nights. I'm at Queen's Arms quite a lot. I'm at Affinity quite a lot. So if you want to come see some actual camp time where I'm not getting my arse handed to me,
you'll be handing it to other people.
I will be.
Asses.
Like, I actually will be.
Yeah.
When I'm the you of the whole gig. It's
all good.
It's very
It's been absolutely amazing having you back on, and I would like to offer you an invitation back onto season 2
I would love
of
that.
Level Up.
Thank you so
maybe
much.
we can pair you up with
somebody that can beat.
with someone you'll win against.
Bitch, do a Mario Kart tournament, because I swear I'll be walking away with that goddamn
Well, look,
trophy.
let us know at home if you want a Mario Kart tournament. We have Mario Kart, who,
listen,
for namesake, we couldn't not have in the competition.
Do you know what I mean? Here we are, and I will win that goddamn trophy. I tell you not. But yes, thank you so much. Thank you, everybody. Like, I would say give a round of applause, but there's nobody here.
No, there's no one else in here.
Yeah, give a massive round of applause for Kobe. But thank you so much. Good luck, everybody, in the competition.
Thank you very much. Don't forget to be in with a chance of winning your very own Level Up Championship badge. To keep the comments coming in on a stream, our favourite message of the evening will be awarded with their very own shiny badge. After a short break, we're going to go into our second elimination round, but first, another ad from our partners at Mavis Broadcasting. Now, let's welcome to the studio our next set of elimination contestants. I'm joined by a classic pairing that we've seen on the show before. We've got Paul and Mack, who last time you were on screen together, you were both covered in gunge.
And you loved it.
Mate, I sold that on OnlyFans and people they lapped it up.
Where's our share?
You don't get any.
We'll have to make our own content next time.
You can make your own content. Come on, you can do
I'm sure
that.
we got some videos somewhere, Mac.
Oh,
Do
yeah.
you? Where can we find them?
On my phone.
Okay, are you ready to go head to head for this battle?
Oh, I'm so ready to be back. I've got to get my revenge from last time where I got whooped everyone, but we drew because I forced an extra round of Mario Kart and won that way.
That you did, that was, and can I just say, another game changer for the show because we used to only do 3 rounds and it was your insistence that introduced a 4th round into the show.
Insistence is correct.
Yeah, you did insist, you
knew there was a way you'd get some points.
Yes, that's the only way.
But, you know, it might come out differently in this show.
Karma's definitely correct.
Can you remember each other's teams?
No, I can't remember mine.
Yes, perfectly.
You can remember each other's teams with perfect clarity. So you watched each other's battles, presumably in the qualifying rounds. We both saw you lose, but I have to say, Mack, your lose to Benji was spectacular. It was spectacular.
Yeah, it had to be a show. Someone had to spam something at some point.
You did great, sweetie.
Yeah, someone had to spam, and it was Benji.
Annoyingly, that's how I beat the game with that move.
Oh, is it? Yeah. Maybe that should have been your strat, babe.
No, I trust it.
Okay, right, let's remind everybody at home what you're playing with. So let's have a quick reminder for Paul's team. So Paul is playing with Palafin, Breloom, Arcanine, Golden Go, Garganical, and Mousehold.
The Polyfam.
The Polyfam. All of them, can I just say, all of them named beautifully, but also a nightmare when I'm trying to figure out what Pokemon
I'm
you're
so sorry,
bringing
Kobe.
out. So you should be. Sorry, Daddy. Anyway, let's have a look at Mack's team. So Mack is playing with Garganical, an Oinkologne, a Pormone, a Skellydirge, a Dashbun, and a Grafify. Okay, now you've been reminded of each other's teams. Is there anything on there, Mack, that you think might challenge your team? That might get the best of you?
Possibly.
Anything that you want to say in particular, or no, just...
No, I just know he's been actually getting ready for this and I haven't, so...
Which is why I'm not pressed at all for losing the first round.
This is the thing, is I think a lot of people have put in time for this competition, and it really does show that some people's strategies have come up on top, and when you come in with a strategy, you can't necessarily negate someone else's entry into how they're going to do it. So, are you ready for the battle, I guess?
Yeah. Are you ready?
Are you ready? I'll take that as a yes.
Yes.
Any words that you want to say to each other before we go into this?
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go. Amazing. Well, then get ready for the next round, which is Paul versus Matt. Okay, I just want to say, make sure this time that you actually select all 6 Pokemon.
Wait, did you not select all 6?
No, it's jumping around.
Mary. How many have you got?
4.
Oh,
4.
so do you need to go out?
Yeah, it won't.
Hang on.
Do we need to, can we leave this? We might have, we might.
I will withdraw some of mine.
Oh, we're gonna withdraw, okay.
Let's go with 4. Go on, we'll make it
It sounds like all the people are getting pissed in the green room and can't work their switches anymore.
Mack doesn't drink.
So we're going to move their stocks to 4 and 4 for this battle.
Sorry, Kobe, for messing up your show.
That's okay. And Max on a stock of 4 as well.
This is when you then have 6, and I'd be like, oh, we got the girl.
Surprise, bitch, it was all a ploy. Why are you gagging? Used flip turn. Super effective.
Why are you gagging? She bring it to you weapon war.
Fist Queen is being played in the battle. Go Fist Queen. So I'm going to call used Salt Cure. It's not very effective. Sorry.
Great.
It will give consistent damage though, so. And poison. Badly poisoned by Toxic Orb. And Mack has decided that he is switching out his Pokemon to a Skellydirge. Leech Seed has been played on field, and Fist Queen is gaining a little bit of XP back. Sorry, HP. Salt Cure has taken some damage.
Let's see if I'm quicker. I'm going to use a vote.
Okay, Spore has been used, and Skellydirge is asleep. Fast asleep, so I'm going to guess that your strat that you were going to go for isn't quite going to work.
Well, it worked against me in the last one.
Skellydirge has lost some health to Leech Seed. And that health is immediately lost straight back off. And Bulldoze has taken down Skellydirge's health to about 1/3. Your speed's fallen,
up.
but you're up from your little nap. And Torch Song is being used.
Survive, survive, survive. Oh, she got through.
It's super effective. And it has made Fist Queen faint. Sorry, Fist Queen, you're out of the battle.
We're all good.
Why You Gagging is coming out. 0 to hero. Why You Gagging is in heroic mode. When Skellydirge has been withdrawn and it's being replaced with
I can't pronounce his name. Oh, critical hits.
and it's straight out of the battle. Okay, and Pulmo is in. This does give it a type advantage, but can you get that first hit in? No, Wave Crash goes first and knocks Pulmo out of the battle. Why You Gagging was damaged and has lost some of its HP. Mack's got 2 Pokemon left, both of 3 Pokemon, 2 Pokemon left, but they've both got damage. And Flip Turn is super effective and has knocked another of Mack's Pokemon out of the battle. Why You Gagging has lost a tiny bit of HP, but I'm not sure if it matters by this point in the battle. Mack is on his final Pokemon. And Skellydirge is back out in the battle.
At least that's what it wants.
The
Hey,
Scarlet
I mean, if you're going to go, you might as well be fabulous when you're doing it.
It is very fab.
My chandelier.
I want to swing from the chandelier. Shadow Ball. Not very effective. And Salt Cure, is it enough to take it out? No, Scarlet is just about in the battle still.
I think he's still getting over.
Some HP restored there. And this might be enough to knock out Mack. And Skelly Dirge has fainted. Whoa. Wow. Well, that was a incredible round. Unfortunately, Mack wasn't able to make the cut. Mack will be awarded with their very own official Level Up Scarlet and Violet Championship badge, aka the Participation Medal. I will give it. You've won something. You have won something, and here is your participation badge. So, how are you feeling?
That I'm as good as Pokemon as I thought I was.
Well, I have to say, you have fought well. I really liked your team. And I really like that you picked a team that you played the game with. You've not gone in thinking, hey, this is all about just winning and fucking getting to the end. It's taking in your genuine team with you. Is there any last words that you'd like to say? Any hellos to the people at home?
Yeah, I'd like to say hello to everyone from Brighton and Hove Sea Serpents who are mostly out training at the moment in the cold and the mud. Trying to get to be in their nice warm studio for a change.
Yeah, I mean, it's great. You get to be here instead.
Yeah, we've got a game down at Hove Rec on Saturday at 2 o'clock against the Wessex Wyverns. It's an IGR game. So it's a global inclusive rugby. So if anyone wants to come down and have a look, come watch us and see what we're about. It'd be great.
Amazing. So, you are in the Brighton and Hove Sea Serpents, the rugby team, and if you do want to catch them, you can catch them this Sunday. And hello to the Saturday. This Saturday, not Sunday. And you can catch them there. Hello to everyone. I hope you're watching it on catch up, but hi, Brighton and Hove Sea Serpents. Don't forget that if you want to be in with a chance of winning your very own Level Up Championship badge, to keep the comments coming into our stream, our favourite message of the evening will be awarded with their very own badge. After the break, we'll be going into our first of our semi-finals. But right now, it's time for, you guessed it, an ad from our partners at Mavis Broadcasting. So I'll see you in a minute. Welcome back to Level Up Scarlet and Violet Championship. Before the break, we saw two of our competitors get the chop from the competition. Unfortunately, we did have to say goodbye to Mario Kart and Mack from the competition. We're now heading into the semi-finals, and our remaining contestants are one step closer to getting this beautiful, strong Brogy Carp trophy. Let's quickly remind everyone what the brackets are looking like at the moment. So we had Spinks, you beat out Mary, and we had Jack and Marek, and Jack, you came out on top. So that's Spinks versus Jack, and then coming up we have ex-girlfriend versus Benji. So I'm joined by Spinks and Jack. Welcome back to the studio.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm great. I've had like 4 vodkas and a bottle of water.
I'm feeling wonderful.
Yeah.
What would you most like to play in a film or a TV show?
Oh, I think it might be a palafin. Yeah.
Real or animated?
Animated.
Amazing. And for those at home who don't know what that is, get on the internet and watch some memes. Come on. Are you excited for this semi-final?
Yeah, I'm like a little bit excited and a little bit nervous because I saw Jack's team earlier. But I think I know how to beat it.
You've had time to think of a strategy.
He thinks.
Okay, but I bet have you got another ace up your sleeve that we don't know about yet?
I mean, I guess we'll see.
I've heard there's a lot of things up Jack's sleeve.
Oh, so you're feeling nervous, but you are one step closer to this beautiful, beautiful trophy. Yeah, and don't you want to just take it home?
Yes.
And you were saying in the break, no, that you were told that you had to bring this home to someone.
I have to bring it home to my cat and my boyfriend Diego, who was on the show with me before. It's a great episode. You should watch it.
Yeah, watch it back.
Free
There was
feet.
definitely free foot stuff. Free foot stuff. Definitely watch it. Okay, and what happens if you don't bring it home?
He's probably going to leave me, so I think you should forfeit Jack.
Wow.
Who are you taking the trophy home to?
Wait, I'm doing the interviewing here. Who are you taking the trophy back to?
No one.
No one at home. That's fine, because when you've got Brogy Carp, what else do you need?
I wouldn't need anyone else.
Yeah, you can just look at that and have your merry way with it. Yeah, oh, maybe not. Okay, so did you catch each other's battles? Can you remember Spinks' battle? It's all the way back on the first battle, so can you remember?
I said I was gonna take notes and work out, but I've completely forgotten everything. The moment I stepped in here, it all went.
Yeah, that happens a lot.
Nice starts at Level Up Live.
It really does. There's definitely this sort of fear that when you get in, just your mind goes blank and you're like, I've forgotten how to do any of this. As we saw, Mario Kart couldn't even figure out how to put 6 on a team. So, or neither could Mack actually. So obviously the pressure is getting to some of the contestants. Shall we have a reminder of what your Pokemon are?
Yes.
Okay, so let's examine what Spinks' team is. So Spinks has a Toxapex, a Goodra, a Mimikyu, a Scavillion, a Kingambit, Kingambit, and a Frostmoth. You got it, bitch. I didn't get it, but you got it. It's almost like they're nonsense words. Let's have a look at what Jack's team is. Okay, so Jack is playing with a Cyclizar, a Garganical, a Garchomp, a Pawmot, and you can do this one for me.
Aloma. Oh no, I can't.
And a Grimmsnarl. You know we're doing well when we can't even name the Pokemon anymore. As I say, nonsense words, what are they doing to us? Anything that you would like to say to each other before going into this battle? This is your final words. This is your final chance to get this trophy.
I'll go easy, don't worry.
Thanks, Jack. Yeah, I think I'll need it.
Okay, well, let's get ready for Spinks versus Jack. Okay, have you actually selected 6? All 6? Good. Good.
We've both done it.
Good for you. Okay, and the timer has started for the battle. We
I
are
guess you're like shiny
Spinks.
marine. Candy floss. Oh yeah, you named it candy floss, didn't you?
Grimslay, come out to play. Death Puppet. Oh, I can tell this is going to be real easy for me to know what each of these are. Okay, so Grimsnarl's using Reflect. Death Puppets, you saw Dance. And the attack's risen sharply. They're both going in on some attacks. We've got a light screen. And Rough Players Beneath, that's taking Grimslay's health down by half. Okay, Death Puppet's attack's fallen and its special attack's fallen. Jack's pulled out the Pokemon and is replacing it. Rough Play isn't quite as effective this time. And we've got some HP brought back from leftovers.
Yeah, the evil trifle.
Evil Trifle is
Yeah.
out to play.
It's going to be a battle of attrition, isn't it?
Yeah, are we gonna spend the whole thing just watching you not really attack each other and just letting the time run out? You're like, oh yeah, be in for the long haul. The Toxic's not effective. Iron Defense. HP's restored using Black Sludge, and this is just going to be so much HP restore. Okay, some damage was taken by Salt Cure.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's because your whole team
Go,
is built
Ring
to,
Sting!
like, sustain.
The Iron Defense again, it's almost like we don't want any hit to make a difference here. A Sunny Day's being played. And Salt Cure has caused some damage. Oh, this is pretty early for this to be played in the game. We're only 11 minutes in. Oh, sorry, 4 minutes in. Yeah, it's nearly the end. Seed Bomb. Not particularly effective. And that's done it. That has made Ring Sting faint. Sorry, Ring Sting, you're out. Okay, so Spinks is on a stock of 5 and Jack is on a stock of 6. Out comes Mimikyu.
Fucking hell, this thing
Shadow
doesn't
Claw
take
is
damage, does
super
it?
effective, and Salt Cure. I mean, I feel like it's an absolute tank.
Yeah, it's a beast. You should have banned this one as well.
So Garganicle's appeared on quite a few teams, and Jack is using it to great effect for this strategy. Just a reminder to Spinks that actually if you lose against Jack, this is your fault for handing on the details for them to join the show.
Yeah,
So
I know.
you'll have been your own undoing. Yeah.
Yeah, not that me.
You do love that to do. Hey, Salt Cure still there, just chipping away damage every turn.
Okay, this is gonna have to do. Oh
Body
my
press
God.
has knocked out the chop. Gambit is out and Spinks is on a stock of 4. Jack is still on a stock of 6. I almost feel like that little HP bring back is almost like a slap in the face on every turn now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Over down, so the special attack and defense has risen. Body press, and it's a single knockout again. Ms. Lashes is out of the battle.
No, I didn't call it that in the end.
I feel like I know why now Spinks has worn glasses into the studio. It's
Yeah,
to cover the
crying
tears.
underneath here.
Hey, here's one of my favorites as well. We've got a Gudra, which has just managed to survive. Is Dragon Tail enough to do much damage? Hormot is now out in battle, but that Gudra doesn't have much. Oh, Jack's swapping Pokemon back out. Of course. Earthquake, but not a huge amount of damage done from that. And we've just got that health just being chipped back up. Body press is gonna take out that Gudra, and that will have fainted. The Kaki Diva, no.
I know. R.I.P. bitch.
Spinks is bringing out the Mimikyu.
That's good.
Shadow Sneak is super effective, but Salt Cure is going to take out a fairly... Well, it's not too much damage, actually. It's all right.
Yeah, it's the like damage it takes at the end of the turn that hurts the most. It's fine. I can afford to Mama.
And another
This
Shadow
is
Claw is
carnage.
super effective. Salt Cure is going to take a bit of that HP away. It's just chipping away at you ever so unfairly. I just look across and Jack's just laughing every time I look up.
Yeah, that's fine.
Anagus.
This is
Salt
like
Cure.
the same as like spam.
Yeah,
spamming
yeah.
in Tekken.
Yeah, this is like spamming in Tekken.
Yeah. Good for you.
It's like the slow, drawn-out, painful death that's just inevitable, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
No chilling water's being used. Again, some of that damage from Salt Cure. I have a feeling that we might be seeing this strat coming up again very, very soon. Hey, a little bit of damage of HP back.
I know. Thanks.
Okay, so we've got 4.5 minutes left on the clock. And we've got Jack on
I'm gonna make you wait
stock
the whole
of
time.
6 and Spinks is on 1.
I know, I can't keep up.
I think this is what old people do when they get old. They just sit there and play like
Until one of them eventually dies.
Until one of them dies before the end of the battle. Just chipping away, but you somehow survived that.
Oh. Yeah, I'm just gonna make you sit here and wait for the last like 3 minutes.
Oh, fabulous!
You're
so
not
we've got
beating me by knockout.
we've got to restore.
Yeah.
You're gonna, you know, really drag this out. We're on 6-1, and I think that we're gonna see a lot of restores happening and just a lot of damage being chipped away. Please don't go anywhere. This is an exciting show, we promise. Okay, and we've got Recover being played again. 3 minutes left on the clock. HP has been restored and quite a bit. We're nearly full health
I'm doing
again.
really well. I can't take any health off of him, but I can restore my energy quite well.
Until one of us runs out of PP, and then it's the end of the battle.
Are you going to give up? Or?
Oh, you can have a drink. You just like drink away.
Yeah.
Like.
I might put some sellotape now on the A button and then just go.
Just
to
keep
the
on
second
going. Yeah. Oh, you could probably just roll now.
Yeah.
Well,
okay.
yeah. While you're here, you could just roll one.
Oh, that's nice. Thank you.
Hey! I mean, that
We don't want to lose any viewers now, Jack, because if we did it, it'd be all your fault. Because this is my last Pokemon I have left. Oh, Slay. Just hit so hard.
I mean, what a fabulous Pokemon to have left, I have to say.
What Toxapex.
Yeah.
It's so cute.
Yeah.
Look at it in its little house. Oh, well, it's over. Come on, Earthquake Queen.
And as predicted, it is all over, and that brings Spinks down to a stock of 0 and Jack on 6. So, what a match. I think that we could see by the end of that one how drawn out it really was. Unfortunately, Spinks' championship journey ends here. But Spinks needn't fret, as they're now going to be awarded with our equivalent of a gym badge. And as it's third home, it's going to be the equivalent of a Thunder badge from Lieutenant Surge. So at least sexy, right? Sexy, right? We love sexy Surge.
Sexy, that's all we do, baby.
So I'm going to award you this Level Up Scarlet and Violet badge. Here you go. Hey! How are you feeling about today's performance?
Yeah, I mean, that was quite a cheesy tactic, if you ask me. And I tried to bring something different to the show, and I didn't feel like I really got to showcase it particularly.
Okay.
But it was like fair play to him. Like, if it works, it works.
There's a strategy,
Yeah.
and I think the thing is going in it's similar to Benji's, and when we saw in his round where it's sort of the one-trick pony. This is gonna work. In this instance, it was just really drawn out.
Yeah.
You could see it coming from quite early on in the match. And just actually, had you had the ability to maybe change some of the abilities of your Pokemon or slightly change up your team, I think that there is definitely a strategy that you could use to get around that.
Yeah, I would have brought more special attackers, because the ones that I had were my Goodra and my Frostmoth, and Frostmoth is...
Your
bug
Gudra
type.
did you well, but actually, it took out some health that I really wasn't expecting to at times, and,
She packs a punch.
She really does.
Yeah.
I have a Gudra in my team, so again, there's a lot of...
The cutest dragon!
Right?
Yeah.
I'm all about a dragon in the team,
Yeah.
so... I want to ask, because I know you've got lots of things on, you've got your club nights,
It's all happening, baby.
Can you tell us a little bit about what is coming up? I know that you've just had a Polyglam, but have you got an Aeon that's coming up?
Yes, we do. On the 27th of January at Green Door Store, from 11 o'clock till 4 a.m. Some of the best queer DJs in Brighton. And you can find out more details if you go to aeon.being on Instagram.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining us.
you.
It's been absolutely amazing. And again, I would love to have you come and join us next season on the show.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
I'll be here with
maybe
bells on.
we can invite Jack back on and we can play some other games maybe and see how it fares.
I'm never talking to him again, so that's unlikely to happen. But I will be back.
It's like, this is it.
Yeah.
This is the end of our friendship.
Yeah, I came, I served cunt.
You did.
Yeah.
You did. And that's all that really matters. Okay, don't forget, if you want to be in with a chance of winning your very own Level Up Championship badge, to comment on the stream. Our favourite message of the evening will be awarded with their very own shiny badge. After a short break, we'll go into our second and last semi-final round. But first, a quick ad from our partners at Mavis Broadcasting. So welcome to the Level Up Scarlet and Violet Championship. The atmosphere has changed somewhat in the studio since that last battle, and I will just read this one comment that we have here that just says savage. And I think that it couldn't be better described. It's time to decide who will be battling Jack in the finals to win the title of champion, and more importantly, this beefy Magikarp. Let's have a quick look at the championship brackets to see where we're at. So we've had Spinks versus Jack in the semi-finals, and Jack has come out on top, and that leaves ex-girlfriend and Benji to battle it out. I'm joined now by ex-girlfriend and Benji. Hello, hello, hello! Hi. You've both come in slightly sweaty and anxious into the studio. How are you feeling?
I didn't know I could get paler.
I don't think either of us are really winners now, because we're going to have to go against that. So I don't think any of us are looking forward to winning or losing, because there's just shame in all of it.
There's a bit of it's a bit of a dark horse, really, because Jack is that wild card, the unknown player, and has come into the competition, and yeah, it's really shaken up the whole situation here. But on the flip side, how does it feel to be this close to the finals?
I said when I came in here that I just wanted to win one, and I didn't mind if it was in the losers bracket, in the winners bracket, so I'm set now, and I'm just going to keep telling myself that, and then if you see me crying, it's just tears of happiness, I promise.
It's tears of happiness for the opponent. Yeah. I promise. I promise. Benji, how are you feeling?
I was feeling okay until I saw that game.
Okay. Have you both thought of a strategy for each other? Like, let's not worry about the final for now. We've got another round in front of us.
Full disclosure, we were just talking about how are we going to beat Jack.
Yeah, we.
Oh, so you're both forgetting that in fact you have a round now to get to. Have you put your heads together and thought of a way that you will beat Jack?
Prayer.
Lightning could strike the studio between now and then.
Absolutely. Yeah, there's just as much chance of that happening as us winning, right?
I think I might just knock his control out of his hand. And...
Oh, fierce, yeah. Let's have like a proper bitch fight. Let's do it. Let's do it here on Level Up. And you are watching live. Great stuff. Well, let's remind everyone about what teams you have. So let's have a look at Ex-Girlfriend's team. So X, you are using a Dragonite, a Garganical, a Finzin, a Goldengo, a Skelly Dirge, and a Grimmsnarl. What I love is that she's there doing the pose. Come on, let's go see her. Let's see her. Ah, yeah. Okay, let's now have a look at Benji's chosen Pokemon. Okay, so Benji is using a Palafin, a Skelly Dirge, a Pawmor, a Noivern, a Glimora, and a Cyclizar. And also, strangely, someone's in a particular position again. Oh, it's almost like they've just looked at the graphics. Okay, so you've been reminded of each other's teams. Is there anything on there that you might find tricky in this upcoming battle?
Considering what I just saw Garganacl do, yeah, that.
Okay.
Mine's that Pawmor, I forget the names.
Yeah, but
I already know what move it's got there. So I'm nervous about that one, definitely.
Okay. Final words to each other before we go into this.
Good luck against Jack.
And to you.
Okay, well, great stuff. Let's get ready for X versus Benji. Please pick 6. Please pick 6. We don't want any repeats of 4s or 5s.
Okay. Good luck. And to you. Oh, look at our sleigh pictures. How interesting. Yeah, it can switch out and like doubles its attack and defense and stuff.
If it can be used.
Yeah.
If you can use it in battle. Rocky helmets hurt it. In charge, Dragonite. Let's go. One of my favourite dragons, I have to say. A Gen 1 gem.
Very nice. I didn't even know it had that move.
Protected itself from Ice Spinner. Yeah, nicely done. Dragonite was hurt ever so slightly. Ice Spinner. Again, that toxic debris is going to cause some damage in the long run. Some Rocky helmets also going to do some damage. this field's going to be like having Legos all over the floor now, isn't it?
Like when you step on the club.
Yeah.
Literally.
Dragonite's having its health chipped away by that poison.
Mm-hmm.
I think one of the interesting things is like in competitive, people don't give a shit about these poisons and paralyzer. Like, fight through it, fight through it. Benji's taking out new Pokemon. Croc Destroyer.
It's very good.
Was that someone who we've had in this very studio? We have had a Cock Destroyer in this studio. Not for this, but not for porn either. Dragonite sees Outrage. Oh, I thought that was going to take it down all the way. Slack off, of course, going to restore some of the HP. Oh, nicely done. And that poison was just enough to take it out of battle. X is now selecting their new Pokemon, and it looks like they're selecting Palafin. Definitely have X being a bit more cautious about what the move forward is going to be.
So hard to do that.
An Ice Punch, which is super effective. Retorted by Hex, and Palafin is still in the battle, but 26 left in health. Of course, Leftovers is just giving you that little bit of extra health.
I just don't know what to do. I'm so shook up still. Yeah, why not? Give it a go.
Okay, Croc Destroyer is out of the battle. An Ice Punch, which has also dealt a bit of damage, and Palafin's gone, they're out, they've been damaged by that rocky helmet.
Very slow so far.
Pretty sneaky, Benji.
Oh, Joy-Con drift. I was like, what am I doing? Let's go for a, yeah, why not?
We've got a suggestion here that's like, oh, something could unplug Jack's controller during the final.
I don't know what to do.
I just don't know what to do with myself. Okay, and Benji is changing out his Pokemon. Popeye. Okay, perfect. We have Pormo. And we've got another switch out. There's very definitely some sneakies happening here. Okay, and Cyclizar is out. And what is Benji's strategy? Just tell us. So we've got 7 minutes left on the clock. We've got less than half time. We've got X on a stock of 4, Benji on a stock of 6.
Slay. I've never seen that move before. I didn't know what he was doing. Pardon me. It's the corset. That's my excuse.
Just bring it all up.
Yeah. Probably that too.
Okay, making it rain. Super effective. Substitute has faded. Looks like we never have another swap in.
The one thing that can take the attack.
Okay, we've got Palafin back out into the match.
Whoa, I was not expecting that. Wow.
Okay, we're 2/3 of the way through the match. And looks like another Pokemon has just been lost. Benji now has lost one of his Pokemon. He is on 5. It looks like he's still got 2 left in stock, but with very low damage, and 2 more with full HP. 3 more.
Wow.
Single hit out.
I'm literally gagged every time.
So they're both on a stock of 4. It looks like Pormot's coming back into battle.
Speedy bitch. Nice.
Revival Blessing.
Same idea. Slay. Nice.
I feel as though that you were ready to sacrifice that Pokemon so that you could bring another back into battle, Benji. Oh, bye, Popeye. We'll see you back in a bit.
Yeah. To revive someone else. Bugger.
So we are under the 3-minute mark.
Okay.
So we've got X on a stock of 4 and Benji on a stock of 5. Now, should you end up on the same stock, it will be whoever has Pokemon with the most amount of HP left.
Okay.
We're definitely not seeing quick decisions like we were seeing in the first rounds.
So tricky to decide what to do.
A Shadow Ball,
Wow.
let's see. Oh, it's not very effective. And
Nice.
oh! And with that cheeky bit of HP back as well. Oh,
That's good.
minutes 30 left on the clock and a stock of 4 Pokemon for each player. And a Jet Pump was enough to get rid of Golden Go. X is on a stock of 3 with the last 60 seconds left on the clock. Skelly Judge is back out in the battle.
Wow.
And a Jet Punch has knocked it right out. Unexpected. I thought that we were going to end maybe on a stock of 4 and 3, but it looks like 30 seconds left on the clock. We've got a 4 and 2. Brain Punch and Iron Defense, I believe, are the 2 moves that we've had this round. Final 10 seconds on the clock. 4, 3, 2, 1, and game. It's so close, yet so far for X. But you know what? They've done well enough to be awarded with a Level Up Championship badge for their efforts. Thank you for joining me, X. That was a very well fought battle. Where do you think it went wrong for you?
I don't really know a lot about some of the new moves and some of the new abilities, so I was just like, what does this do?
Yeah.
What does that do? I just had no clue. Wasn't clued up enough, but it was fun.
You've done
Unexpected.
really well.
Thank you.
And I have to say, I'm going to have to eat my words and take and lose a bet because I had you down on my bet to get through to the final.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome. But I do have this lovely trophy for you. You're playing Scarlet, is that right? Here is your lovely Scarlet badge for coming today and being a part of the show. Is there anything that you'd like to say?
This is the first badge I've ever received for coming, so thank you so much.
Well, I'm sure we can arrange for a second badge for coming to come your way. So I know that you've got a lot on, and there's certainly things that our Level Up viewers would be interested in. You have your game nights that are every Wednesday, first Wednesday of the month, is that right?
That is correct. The first Wednesday of every month, Gamers Night at Revenged, like thousands of retro games, all free to play, and 50% off drinks at the moment as well, so what more could you ask for? And I got my quiz every Monday,
which looks absolutely hilarious, by the
Thank
way.
you. It
The
is a funny
videos
one.
on social media look absolutely hilarious. We'll have to come down at some point.
Absolutely, yeah. It's such a blast. You'll have a great time.
Anywhere else that people can catch you?
All over the shop, really. You know,
All over
this
the place,
and there,
babe.
all around the towns and everything. Mostly Brighton at the moment, but we've got some more shows up in the works. So keep your eyes peeled on my Instagram @exgirlfriend. I think it's on the screen somewhere, probably. At some point.
Yeah, it's been shown a bunch of times throughout this.
And you'll see where I'm at.
So the final thing, is there any hellos that you want to say to anyone before we get you off camera?
Yes, actually. Hello, my gorgeous fiance James, who made what I'm wearing today. So I wouldn't be half the drag queen without you. That's Arthur John Couture on Instagram, everybody, if you want to go check it out. But hello, James.
Thank you very much, James. She looks amazing. She looks absolutely incredible. So well done to you. Right, thank you so much. It's been amazing to have you here. So after the break, we'll dive into our final round of the elimination bracket to find out who will be the winner of the losers. But first and foremost, we're going to have a short minute break because running a tournament is tough work, and I can guarantee that one of our beautiful production team has needed to piss since the moment they've sat on their chair. So we'll see you shortly. Welcome back to the Level Up Scarlet and Violet Championship. We've had an exciting journey so far today, and I just want to say thank you for joining us. We're giving away one of these exclusive Level Up Championship badges to one lucky commenter. All you have to do is leave a comment in our chat, and our favourite one will be selected at the end of the show. So get a typing. For anyone else who's joining us in the stream late in the game, let's have a look at the elimination bracket and see where we're at right now. So the elimination bracket hasn't been updated, so our finalists aren't on there, but I will tell you myself. We have Paul up versus Marek. So the elimination bracket has been narrowed down to our two final losers, I guess.
I'll take it. Thanks. Appreciate that.
Well, it's not the championship win. They have clawed their way back to experience some redemption in the show. And I think that you've both done that. You both had some amazing comeback rounds, as it were. I have really enjoyed watching you play. Have you had fun so far?
Oh, I've loved it. I love everything that the studio does, and thank you to all the staff here today. It's been amazing. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, of course. I see that you've got Mary written on your head.
Yes, it was Mary's sticker on the back of her Switch, and she wanted to be on camera one last time, probably the last time she ever will be. So I've got it here in spirit. Rest in peace, bitch.
Amazing, Marek. How are you feeling?
Yeah, pretty good. It's been a good evening. It's nice to be. It's quite nice to be back on this side of the cameras.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. You're normally just sitting there pressing play on some graphics, which you do so excellently, may I say.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So let's remind ourselves of what teams they'll be using. So let's have a look at Marek's team. So Marek will be using a Garganical, no, that's wrong. Goldengo, a Palafin, a Sylveon, a Dragonite, a Slowbro, and a Clodshire. Okay, and let's have a quick look at what Paul's team is going to be. So we also have a Palafin, Breloom, an Arcanine, another Goldengo, and a Garganical, and a Mousehold. All given the cutest of names. Well done. So anything that you want to say to each other before you enter the battle? This will be both of your last games for the show.
Well, we do have a gentleman's agreement where we're going to keep the same starters, I believe, and we're not going to look at each other's screens either. So we're going to play nice and fair.
That's going to be tough.
Nice and fair.
That's going to be tough.
No, it's better that way because then you actually get some mind games going on rather than just they use that. Okay.
My favourite type of game.
Okay, so you've watched each other play before, but you're yet to play against each other. Are there any Pokemon that you're worried about your opponent bringing out?
Yeah, the Clodsire scares me because I've got nothing for it. So yeah, that's my weakness there. It's going to be very open.
Just going to sit there as a big derpy boy, but I'm just worried about the Garnacle, whatever it's called. Like
Minecraft.
I've been traumatized by one already this evening.
Yeah, I think that there's one that's quite terrifying coming up in the finals, and I definitely know that Benji is certainly feeling a bit worried about it going into the final. Okay, well, if we're all done with our chat and you're all done with your final words, should we do this?
Let's go.
Let's go. Okay, get ready for Marek versus Paul. My mind. Okay, so it's important that you pick all 6 Pokemon.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes. Okay. Cool.
Okay, it's done.
Have fun.
Let's have fun.
This should
Let's
be a
do
good
this.
one.
Let's
Yeah.
do this.
Go Fist Queen and Dirtfish.
What do you have for a well-played derpfish?
Instantly pulling back the Pokemon. And out comes Salty Queen. And it looks like Marek is choosing to swap out. And Cheese Derp is now in play.
Sponsored by Cheese String.
And there's that Leftovers back in play. Iron Defense in use. HP raising from what though, bitch? And it looks like we've got another Pokemon being pulled into battle. Go Puplay.
I actually forgot Arcana in this game. The team.
Oh, took considerable damage there.
I don't know what music's going on in the background, but that's just what's going on in my head.
And it looks like we've got a slow grow out, and Arcanine is using Fire Blitz. It's not very effective.
Oh lord, have I just killed myself?
Rocky Helmet has damaged with recoil. Go Polyfan.
Nope.
Yes.
Oh no, it doesn't affect it. Status effects don't do shit here. It's not effective, but it's taken out a fair bit of damage there.
Ooh. Take those. I forgot about that.
This is the thing that scares me.
Godsize out in battle and apparently terrifying.
Bulky, not gonna lie.
Looks like both players are playing quite defensively by pulling back their Pokemon and trading them out. So that the moves would do the least damage they can.
Just get and a critical hit.
That explains how much damage that did.
And
Oh
poisons.
shit, I was pressing A too quickly. I forgot I'm not playing like in the game, so I just keep hitting A.
We're actually having a think.
Okay, so we're under 10 minutes now, and they're still both on a stock of 6 Pokemon.
We can keep this going all night.
No, we can't. We can
won't,
keep
we
it going
won't.
for 9 minutes and 42 seconds.
I've got 2 Pokemon with healing moves. How many have you got?
I've got a few. I've got a
the
few.
timer?
I've got a few.
Bulldoze doesn't affect it.
Oh lordy. Oh lord.
And we've got a poison heal as well. We've got a comment here from Control Burn that says, "Let's go Marek. A cheesy boy, a dirty fish boy, and some derps."
I've just realised I made a fatal mistake. Have you realised the fatal mistake I've made?
Well, don't say if they're,
No,
they've
it's
not
not.
realised.
I don't think I have.
Oh, okay. No, my bad, my bad.
I mean, I thought you would start.
Yeah, so
Oh,
did I,
damn.
which is
Oh,
what I
it's
used
super
to cover.
effective.
So I thought, maybe it looked like the first goal. Let me know in the comments if you know what's going on.
You just would have been trapped, like stuck in the move.
Well, that's what I thought, but unless I've changed items, but I don't think I have. No, I haven't.
So we've got Palafin back out in battle. Heroic form. Oh yes.
Super dirt fish.
A wave crash. Is it going to survive? No. Gone goes
I should
gone.
have switched. I should have
Gone.
gone with the switch.
But some damage was done by the recoil.
She's back. See, it's in your head as well now.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've hit the halfway point of the battle and you're both on a stock of 5.
Just a very tanky team.
Oh yeah, we're so tanky.
So tanky. Like the 4th of July.
Big Derp fell asleep. You're fast asleep, Big Derp.
Something.
That's
Comfy
going
boy.
to revive some of that HP. Go Polyfam.
Nope. Big
wow.
Derp, wake up.
Okay. Take it. Now. Later. Oh yeah. Okay.
So the battlefield is now clear of all those stones.
They're very helpful little poly family.
They are, they really are.
We're all about inclusivity here.
And tidying up after ourselves.
Exactly.
The derp has been recalled.
Derp bro.
Derp bro, go!
This is concerning.
Please say that one of my strategies might possibly work.
I mean, there's a dragon dance that clears away acids.
It's honestly this little set of mouses, the mices, are amazing. Oh gee.
Oh
So
wait, it's
every
contact.
time. It's like, oh god. Okay, I take something back. Oh, I just screwed myself. Oh, I'm gonna die first. My heart is going.
So Rocky
Oh,
helmet
the
is
crit.
damaged every time. Is it going to keep going until that Pokemon faints?
Oh!
Oh, and Polyfam is gone.
Dirt Bro wins by doing nothing.
Use Thunder Wave, but on nothing. Sorry.
Did you use Future Sight?
Okay, Marek's on a stock of 5. Paul is on a stock of 4. With under 5 minutes left on the battle. Arcanine is back out in the battle. Low HP, it's only got 20.
Another dirt. Who would have thought?
That team knows what it is.
They're not ashamed.
No.
Okay, Salty Queen is back out in the battle. We've seen this used to great effect in previous rounds. Got some HP restored from leftovers.
So much wasted time on these burns, heals, black sludge.
Okay, there's 3 minutes left on the clock. And it looks like Sylveon is being played into the battle.
Got flinched and died. sorry, fainted.
Iron
Fainted. It's
defense.
Pokemon. There is no death.
Okay, it came back. Came back for this battle.
Yeah.
Vaccine the Goblin has said so many good dirty boys.
That's the team.
That's mine's for the fists and queens.
Hyper voice, and that's come with some.
Is that going to erase your... Oh lordy. Oh lordy.
Just boosted some stats. Iron defense being played again. It's going to be tough to break that defense.
Physical.
So yeah, it's physical.
Sylveon's a special attacker. Just gonna shout very loudly. No,
Ah!
I'm not sure how much the mic picks up, so I won't do it on stream.
Okay, 1:30 left on the clock. Marek's on a stock of 5, Paul's on a stock of 4. Let me rephrase, a stock of 3. And out comes another paraffin. Got another switch happening. Looks like Breloom's coming out. Fist Queen, sorry, Fist Queen.
Oh, fairy type. Pixelate, baby.
And fainted straight out. So on a stock of 2, we've got 30 seconds left on the battle. Marek's on a stock of 5. Paul is on a stock of 2. Peter James says, can Marek catch them all?
I haven't actually yet. I'm missing a couple of versions.
Oh, 4, 3, 2, 1, and that is time. Well, what a round. A big congratulations to Marek on winning the elimination bracket. Paul came so close, but neither of them are going to leave empty-handed today. I have a beautiful badge for both of them, so come and join me on the set. Come. So, first off, I want to present you both with these lovely badges.
Thank you so much.
You are welcome. So, what did you think about, well, the whole thing today? How are you feeling it went? Marek, you came out on top on the elimination bracket. How are you feeling at your redemption arc in the show?
I mean, it definitely helps. I mean, I feel pretty bad missing out on that, though. That is truly magnificent.
But don't fret, because you also have what could be the tiniest bottle of Prosecco that we have ever seen.
Oh, thank you very much.
You're welcome. You can tell what size budget we have for the show.
It all went on that.
Yeah, it all went on this one trophy here. Gotta be honest, those tiny badges, they racked up once you buy a bunch of them.
Pretty nice.
They're very well made. Thank you, Kobe.
Thanks. You're welcome, and you've worked really hard for them. Paul, how are you feeling?
I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed.
Oh no.
No, I'm fine.
That's
It's been
like
really
the
good
worst. That's the worst thing you could be.
No, I'm very happy to be here, and thank you so much, everyone. I lost, but it's fine. I did beat Mack, who's a very dear friend of mine, so that's what matters.
Yeah. You both really held your own at the end there. It wasn't. I didn't feel like it was hugely going in one direction. The end, that last 2 minutes where you just managed to get rid of 2 Mon very quickly. I didn't necessarily see it go that way. I thought that you might hold out and that you might end up on maybe a 4 and a 3, but well
Another draw.
Another draw. Well, there's no draws in this competition, but yeah, it was really well played. Thank you so much for coming on. Is there anything that would you like to say to people at home, people who are watching?
I would like to say thanks for anyone who came out and watched. Thanks RT, thanks Kraz, Kiwo, much appreciated.
We've got some congratulations here as well. We've got Emo Please 0 saying congrats Marek, and Vaccine the Goblin saying well played Marek, and we've got some claps. No one in the messages here for you though, I'm afraid, Paul.
It's because my boyfriend hates me.
Oh.
He's like, I'm going to bed, bye.
Yeah, sorry, I don't need to watch this crap. Anyway, thank you so much. Where can people catch you on socials, streams?
I occasionally show up on Twitch, Maverick_C47, and that's also me on most socials as well.
Amazing. And where can they catch you?
And you can catch me on Instagram at IamTinder92 and also at the Sea Serpents as well, just like Mack. I am the secretary and, retired player, but I might make an appearance every now and again.
Might do a 12.
Yeah, level 12.
Amazing. Thank you so much for joining us this evening.
Thanks for having us.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you again to our last two contestants. After a short break, we'll be going into our grand finals. But first, a quick ad from our partners at Mavis Broadcasting. You're watching the Level Up Scarlet and Violet Championship, and it's finally happening. The long-awaited grand finals have arrived. It's been a rip-rolling roller coaster of 11 rounds, and we have seen Marek come out on top on the elimination bracket. I'm now joined in the studio by our two finalists. We have Jack and Benji, and hopefully they're both ready to go full Super Saiyan in this round. Let me know in the comments now who you think is going to take this final. One of them is going to take the title of Level Up Scarlet and Violet Champion. And remember, your comment could be the one to bag you your very own Level Up Championship badge, like the one that we have here. I do quickly want to read one of the comments that we've had, and I do like it. And it said that Marek and myself should rub our majestic mustaches together. Unfortunately, he's not on camera anymore, so I'm going to have to do it in the green room. Sorry, it won't be on camera. Everyone else will see it though. So, players, how are you feeling? You've made it to the final.
Very excited.
Yeah, pretty good.
Yeah? You've both played really well. I feel like we've seen quite a similar strategy coming from you so far in the game. Benji's, you've mixed it up with your strategy, and we've seen how you can use your team in a couple of ways. Have you thought of a way in which you can sort of get around Jack's situation with that Garganical?
I have an idea or two, but we'll just have to see.
Okay. How are you feeling about facing Benji?
I'm good. I was watching
I'm good.
them before.
I'm fine.
I was watching them before and I was like, okay, I can do this, I can do that. Again, the moment I've walked in here, it's all
You've
gone.
forgotten
It's
it
all gone.
I don't believe you. I'm not going to call you like a barefaced liar, but I don't believe that you've forgotten all of it because I've seen how you've played.
It's all mind games. It's all mind games.
Yeah, I think it might be the. Don't fall into this false sense of security right now, Benji.
Oh no, I'm good.
Okay, I'm going to remind everybody watching about your teams. So let's have a quick look at Jack's team. So Jack is playing with a Cyclizar, a Garganical, a Garchomp, a Pawmot, an Alamamola, and a Grimmsnarl. I think I got the name right that time too. Hey, took 3 goes, but I got there. And let's have a quick look at Benji's roster. So, Benji is playing as a Palafin, a Skellydirge, a Pawmot, a Noivern, a Glimmora, and a Cyclizar. Interestingly, we actually have some same Mon on both of your teams. I wonder if those Pokemon have helped you get to this point where they will pick. When you were curating your teams, how did you make the decision on the team that you landed with?
Just revive as many as possible. That's all it is.
Okay.
Yeah, same.
Okay, what's going through your minds right now? Nothing.
Head empty. Literally nothing.
It's all gone.
Yeah, it makes it really easy to interview when people are like, I
was
don't
gonna say, great
know, I
content,
just
great
don't
content.
know. Right, it says any last minute competitive shit talk before you get into it. I want to hear your worst shit talk right now.
Just, are you ready for the salt, to be honest?
I mean, I'm not going to give it to you.
Terrible fighting talk. Right, now let's get ready to rumble. It is Jack versus Benji in the grand final. I can be neutral here. What I want you to do is make sure that you have all 6 of your Pokemon, please. Masha Flip says good luck to both teams. Ready for the Salt v Salt showdown.
Oh, shiny.
Candy floss.
I love it. Marek's now joined into the chat and he's already putting his 2 cents in. He says this one is going to go down to the wire, methinks. Yeah. Vaccine the Goblin says, cheering for you, Benji. Master Trainer Peter says, let's go, Jack. We've also got another comment saying, Paulmont has a wonderful quip. Yes, he does. We've got a light screen being used. Strong against special attacks. Oh, we've got the citrus berry. We've seen this method used once before. Pokemon. 0 to Hero underwent a transformation. Special attack's fallen, and Jack's pulled back a Pokemon and is playing. Oh, undecided as to what the strategy is here. Okay, so we've got Outrage being used. Substitutes faded. And a Drain Punch, nice. Some damage by Rocky Helmet. That's caused confusion to fatigue. As raise the HP just enough from the energy drain. Oh, yeah, but enough to not faint. A jet punch, which is a critical hit. But it has caused a faint. And a double faint.
If you don't look at mine.
I can tell that these two have gone serious. There is no talking, there is no chatting. It is all serious gaming from here on in.
Just from trying to not look at the screen.
Ooh, a taunt. Okay, and Benji is swapping out his Pokemon. What's this bug? Now, Salt Cure doesn't take off a huge amount of damage in this instance. Not yet, there's more to come. Okay, so we're a third of our way through the battle, and that we have Jack on 5 Pokemon and Benji on 5 Pokemon. We've got some more Mon being traded out. Psychozar is out, but a body press attack has taken quite an amount of damage. Light Screen has worn off now. Master Trainer Peter's like, the double fate! That's anime as hell! Of course, Mosha Flipper is just like, here comes the salt. Of course, we knew that the salt was gonna come. Despite it being super effective, it doesn't do a huge amount of damage again. Because we've got HP Restore from leftovers. And again, Salt Cure doing some damage. Watch Song, we've seen this being effectively used before, but it's not effective in this instance. Okay, we've got Slack Off, which means that we're going to have some HP Restore, nicely done. Another Torch Song, again not effective, but it is raising the special attack. Again with the Salt Cure, I feel like we're stuck in a bit of a loop here. I think the hope is that they're just going to chip away at each other as much as they possibly can. past the halfway mark of the battle. Jack is on a stock of 5 Pokemon, and Benji is also on a stock of 5 Pokemon. Controlled Burn just says, so salty. Thrilling, just like real competitive Pokemon. Again, with the HP restore from leftovers. Jack's boys are salty and Benji's boys are faffing about while time ticks by. Making Skelly Dirty jerky. I mean, yeah, pretty much. Pretty cooked. Although it did the trick because it's out of the battle. Jack's on a stock of 4, Benji's on a stock of 5. We've got a little under 5 minutes left. Outrage is a critical and it's caused a feint. What's Benji gonna bring out? Fair bit of consideration going in there, no quick thinking here, it's all considered. I can't remember what Terra-type this is, I don't think we've seen this Terra-type before. Okay. Burst, and that's enough to make it faint. Jack's on a stock of 3. We've got 3 minutes 30 left on the clock. And we've got a Cormorant being brought out into battle. Boom Burst, one hit out. Jack's now on a stock of 2. We've got 3 minutes left on the clock. Benji's on a 4. Looks like Grimmsnarl's been brought out into battle. Of course, a light screen, special attacks. Lesions 1, but damaged by poison.
That's the one I suppose.
Okay, Jack's on a 1 Pokemon and Benji's left on 4. We've got 2 minutes 25 left on the clock. We've got people saying, Neuburn is yelling, let's go Benji. We've got a comment here. Seems like Benji and X have come up with a good strategy for approaching Jack.
I'm not gonna let you. I'm not gonna let you kill me.
Are you not?
Oh, you didn't do it. I thought it would kill myself.
Healing Wish has failed, and that is it. And that was it. What an amazing final. We can confirm that Benji is the 2022 Level Up Scarlet and Violet champion. 2023, Level Up Scarlet and Violet champion. A huge congratulations to Benji for destroying every competitor that they have met in this competition and for making it to the very final. Unfortunately, Jack has now just narrowly missed out on the title. So let's have a quick catch up with them. I'm going to start with you, Jack. Jack, how are you feeling?
Yes, the salt wasn't enough.
No, the salt wasn't enough. But we've got some comments saying well played to the both of you. Congratulations, Benji. I'm proud of you, Jack. I mean, there's definitely pourings of well wishes to the both of you. You've just missed out, but you played so well. You definitely struck fear into the competitors in this competition. Anything that you want to say?
I think if I'd called one of the slack-offs and swapped out, I might have been able to, but it was good. The poison took me down at the end.
Okay, Benji.
Yes.
Anything that you would like to say? You've won the competition, you made it to the final, and you can call yourself the Level Up Pokemon champion.
I just want to say thank you to everyone who played. Like, everyone did amazing. Thank you, Jack, for such a good final. And I didn't think I was going to win today, so I'm quite surprised.
Well, this is it. It could have been anyone's game. And what's really interesting is to see that it's newcomers to the show making it all the way to the final. And again, I've asked other people back onto the show. I'd love to have you both back onto season 2 for some couch competitive gaming that's going to come later this year. We'd love to have you back in. Very handy for you, as it turns out you only work across the road.
Literally.
Amazing. First and foremost, I would like to award you with this beauty. There you go.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Anything that you'd like to say? Any people out there that you want to say anything to? Any hello shout-outs?
Well, obviously, thank you to Spinks for inviting me onto it and then losing to me in the second round. So that was just great.
Do you know what? The actual anger in Spinks's face was something else. Yeah.
And no, just thank you to you guys for putting it on. It was a really fun evening.
Good, I'm glad that you've enjoyed it. Before I award the ultimate prize for this competition, I want to remind you what they've all been battling hard for today. So here it is, the amazing and incredibly swole Magikarp. Not only do you want to be the very best, Benji, it turns out you were the very best. Here you go, here is your trophy.
Thank you.
Congratulations for winning. What do you have to say?
So once again, thank you to everyone who played. Thank you to the team who set this up today. It's been a great fun, and it's just been such an amazing night.
It's been our pleasure, it really has been. It's been amazing to have both of you two on. Anyway, let's have a quick recap by having a look at the championship brackets to see how Benji made it all the way to the top. So in our first round, we had Spinks versus Mary, and Spinks won. In round 2, we had Jack versus Marek, and Jack came out on top. Pull for ex-girlfriend, but ex-girlfriend managed to take the win. We then had Benji versus Mack, and Benji won, which brought us to our finals, which was Jack versus Benji. Of course, Benji won. Now, it's time to say our goodbyes for the show. Unfortunately, my auto cue's broken, so I'm just gonna have to waffle on for a little bit until I can get into the right position. Thank you again for joining us. So, I want to thank everyone who joined us this evening. I would especially like to thank Dynamic Style Clothing Co. and I Felt Kitsch for giving me these amazing threads. Now, if you have a look at the screen, we'll be able to show you some of the fabulous collaboration that we've got on. And if you follow at Dynamic Style Clothing Co. and I_felt_kitsch, you can catch some of this amazing limited edition collaboration. It's been an honor but exhausting to present to you this exciting championship. Today I've learned it's not just about the winning, it's the friends we make along the way. Just kidding, it's all about the winning, and Benji is the winner today. Again, thanks to everyone for watching. It's been a fabulous show. I want to thank Maddie, our vision mixer, Rob, our floor manager, Elias, the director, Mark on graphics, and Luke, the sound guy. As always, our production team have made the show run smoothly. I'd also like to thank our partners over at Mavis Broadcasting. Without them, none of this would be possible. Another big thank you to the Media Technology Labs for giving us this pretty amazing studio to call home for the series and for this championship. Finally, a gigantic thank you to Spinks, Mary, Marek, Jack, Paul, ex-girlfriend, Mack, and last but not least, Benji, for taking the time to join us in the studio today and for being such incredible contestants. Fear not, I haven't forgotten, as it is time to announce the lucky winner of one of our lovely badges. And the winner is, drumroll please, Controlled Burn. I really loved the comment, a cheesy boy, a fishy derp boy, and some derps. Excellent comment. If you would just slide on into our DMs on Instagram at Level Up Live, that's 1EVE1UP Live, and let us know where we need to post it. With all of that said, thank you all for watching. We've had a great evening here, and I'll see you again for season 2 of Level Up. I've been Kobe, but for how much longer? I'll see you next time.